5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Hello, everybody, and welcome to the show. And I must not have explained things very clearly. That's going to be coming a little bit later. But thank you for the warm up, Rob. You did a great job. But glad to have you guys in here, of course, for 2 1/4 Ultimate Edition. And today we're doing Tales from the Classroom. Very good looking project, actually. You guys know who watch our show here that we have covered it before, and we were very impressed by it, particularly with Rob and the passion they have for that project. But we're going to be delving in a little bit deeper today, of course, and glad to have you guys here. Now, keep in mind, guys, we've got all those links down below, and we want you to check them out, particularly my Twitter. If you want to come on any of the FanSpeak shows and give your opinion, please do. This is FanSpeak after all. But also, if you want to be an artist on the show, hit me up there, and we'll put you through that process and get you involved. And we got a couple new faces today, which is awesome. We always like to see that. But thank you very much. But of course, being live streamers that we are, we do appreciate those subs and those like buttons. Of course we do. But really, what we need you to do is hit that share button and let your family and friends and extended community know what's going on so they can come over here and be part of it. Because we got ourselves 2 hours of fun coming right at you, and some really cool characters to look at. So I'm excited. I'm excited. And of course, you guys know that my co-host is extremely oiled and slippery and slimy, and I'm not going to get into why he is those things, but he is those things, and he is from Tasmania. Where is it? Where the hell are you from again?
What? You've already used Tasmania. You should have done something else this time, like
Perth.
Tonga or something.
You're from
I don't
Perth.
know.
Are you from Perth?
Oh, see, and I just get offended by that as well. Just why would you? It's unnecessary. It's disgusting.
It is. Well, you are disgusting
at this
too.
point, quite frankly.
You know. Oh, did
well,
you
yeah,
hear?
but you don't have to say that.
Well, I have to keep the people informed. I want to be honest with people. Hey, did you see that the Flash, your boy Ezra Miller, is getting his movie finally?
Finally, yes. Now I can see him go at the speed of sound and be fabulous.
Oh, jeez. But because you guys know that Ezra Miller is the a mascot for FanSpeak. We do love him very much. He's official, as he is. Him and his hairy ass
mascot
legs.
Of Drawn and Quartered. I asked Mike S. Miller himself. He says, I love it. I love it, Booster.
That's a lie. That's for sure a lie.
Yeah.
But anyway, we do love Ezra over here. But nevertheless, we're not here to talk about movies. We're here to talk about art, dude. And we need to come over here and say hello to some of these artists. So let's go down the row and see who we have here with us today. And of course, returning, the absolute legend that is Rodimus Flash. Hello, brother.
What's up?
Are you ready? Have you checked out the source material? Yeah? It's pretty cool looking, huh?
Yeah, monsters. I'm in.
Yeah, monsters are awesome, dude. And of course, we're really looking forward to see what L. Rodimus does, and his interpretations are always a lot of fun. Next on down the row here, we have Eric. He's not just Eric. He's the only one and only super special, loved by everyone, Eric. Hi, Eric.
Hi, how's it going, guys?
I'm going great. Booster's not, but he never is. He's always whining about something, tomatoes or something.
Whine. Shut up.
Such a crybaby.
He is. He is.
Stop being mean to me.
Aw, poor little baby. But Eric, now you checked out the source material, I'm sure. And what do you think? What are you going to jump into?
No, it looks really cool. I'll probably go with some kind of school setting and a couple of the monsters. I mean, it looks like a really fun book.
Yeah, no, I think it does. We looked at this in depth, and not only is the art absolutely killer, dude, it just looks fun, man. Yeah, fun project. Awesome.
Thank you. Thanks, man.
Yep.
Oh, no, absolutely, dude. And of course, we have a new face with us today, and this new face has to go by a name that is very difficult for me to pronounce, but I'm going to do my best. I think it's Zale. I think Zale is the way you pronounce it.
The gatekeeper.
Am I correct, Zale?
You are correct. I am the great Zale Nur song.
Oh, there you go. I would never be able to pronounce that. That's awesome. But great, you're very happy to have you here. Of course, this is a new face, guys, a new artist. Yep. So the first thing we always ask new artists when we have them on is, tell us a little bit about you, and then tell us, how did you find the indie revival, dude? So go ahead.
So going for my second bachelor's, I'm a long and complicated life. Originally, I started off going to college for a philosophy degree and a minors in art history. Switched that about after I got my first batch to biology. And what I mostly do is I do illustrations for books and for a couple of art streams for some video game. I want to say promos, but we also did it for just commissions, but I don't really do that much anymore. And the way I found out about this is I was just hunting around for some nice art streams. One of my colleagues pitched this one to me when we were just looking for podcasts as we were listening to the lab where you sit there for 5 hours and watch bacteria grow. And so I saw you guys had a Discord, jumped on, and just put my hat in the ring.
Well, sweet, man. It's awesome to have you in here, that's for sure. And I'm looking forward to seeing your art. Now, of course, eventually here, you're going to have to turn that camera on so we can see what you're doing. But you still got a couple minutes on that. So awesome. Thank you for being here. And just do me a favor. One thing to keep in mind that you're seeing as you're here, never listen to Booster ever. That's the advice.
You should listen to everything I say. I'm very trustworthy and nice and lovely.
I shouldn't do a pinup of Professor Peg from the novel here.
You most certainly can. Please do that. Please, absolutely. Right. We are PG-13 plus, brother. You do what you want to do. And seeing as you and I are both academics, we're kind of alone here. It's kind of we're in the wasteland because these guys barely made it out of junior high. So it is what it is.
Excuse me.
Book readers.
Just a bunch of
I made it out of junior high.
Well, of course, that's Inkspots talking. How you doing, Inkspots? What's going on, dude?
I'm doing great, man. How's it going with you?
I am awesome, man. So you've seen the source material. So what are you thinking today, man?
I'm just going to try to be good. That's it. That's going to take all my concentration.
I told him he has to be a good boy.
He does have to be a good boy, but that's okay. This is an adult show. YouTube. This show is not for kids. Prove it to him, Booster.
Fudging knuckles.
That was very helpful. Thank you very much. He wants to save it, but someone else is going to steal it. I'm sure he gets one F-bomb.
I'll
show,
say fuck later, all right?
All right, fine. Later. But this is definitely not for kids, so have yourself some fun. But awesome. Nice to see you back, Inkspots. Moving on, we have Kima. I thought we already had Kima. Oh, hi, Kima.
Good morning.
I was late getting in.
Oh, no problem. Nice to have you here. Now, you're a new face as well, so very happy to have you in here. So tell us a little bit about yourself.
I'm just an amateur artist that teaches kids in my local community how to draw cartoons.
Sweet. That is awesome. So how long you been doing that?
Probably about 7 years now.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, so I just got lucky.
Oh, that's cool. No, that's great to help kids and teach things, do those kind of stuff. It's very commendable of you. Now, do you know the format here today? You understand what we're doing here?
No one actually explained it to me.
Okay.
But I'll catch on fast.
Well, no problem. I'll explain it to you. Now, you saw the source material for the Tales from the Classroom, I'm assuming.
Yes, I did.
Okay, good. Now, what we're going to do here in a little bit, after I introduce all the artists, we're going to have a countdown from our guest, Rob Muerto, and we're going to let you guys start. You'll have 2 hours to draw whatever character you want, and during that time, the only rule is that that it is no color. This is PG-13 plus, so don't be afraid to draw what you want to draw. And at the end of that, Booster's going to drop a straw poll, and all our watchers are going to go in and they're going to vote and they're going to choose who they like the best, and that winner gets to go over to the Pro Edition next week and get to mingle amongst those special humans that are over there. But very happy to have you. The only question I have for you, Keenma, is are you going to be working traditionally or digitally today?
Digitally.
All right. So do you know how to share screen on the Hangouts?
Just let me get on here quickly. I believe I had it up there for a second.
Well, right now we're basically looking at your icon. So if you go up to the upper right-hand corner, you'll see 3 dots. If you just click on them, it'll allow you to share your screen, and you can go ahead and choose the digital format you're using, and we'll be able to see what you're doing. All right?
Is this poor woman aware of how disgusting we are?
I'm sure she's going to find out immediately. Yeah, there you go. Perfect.
Okay.
You're good to go.
I apologize on behalf of all these disgusting men.
Yes.
Not me. I'm lovely.
Yes. Well, thank you very
Yeah.
much for joining us, Kima. We're looking forward to see what you're doing today. Moving down, we got 3 new faces in here, Booster. Hello, Sheldon.
Mm-hmm.
Hello.
Now, Sheldon and I had a little conversation before, so he's well aware of what's going on. He's ready. He's got his what is this? MS Paint?
Clip Studio Paint.
damn it.
MS, that'd be cool.
I thought you were going to be stealing Booster's thunder. He,
Yeah,
I don't
no
know if
one
you guys
steals
know
my
this.
shtick, all
Yeah,
right?
Booster is MS
Yeah, I'd
Paint
be the
master.
second one.
Yeah, the second one.
I have mastered the way of MS Paint.
But same question for you, Sheldon. We want to know a little bit about you. Tell us, what do you do, man?
I draw as a hobby. I work as in retail, I guess.
Mhm.
And I started watching your show. I don't know how I got on there. It was like one of those recommendations that YouTube does.
Oh, that's nice.
Yeah. And then I did a couple of those Twitter things.
Oh, the
Draw
draw
along.
along. Oh, yeah, that's fun.
Oh, yes. Which one are you on the draw along?
Sheldon.
Sheldon. Whew. Got a brainiac over here.
Santa,
That's my Booster.
Santa was like wrestling with the Macho Man little guy, Nutcracker.
Oh,
dude.
yeah.
Ah, yes,
That
yes,
was
yes,
pretty
yes.
cool.
Awesome.
Well, thank you for doing that. We'd love to have that draw along. And do keep in mind, guys, we doing a draw along today as well, and we're going to show you that source material in a minute. But we hope you draw along, and when you're done with that, just go over to Twitter, go to #DNQFE. Once again, #DNQFE, and drop that in there, and we'll take a look at it at the end of the show. We love doing that. That's a lot of fun. So you've looked at the source material. You know what you're doing today, right, Sheldon?
Yes, sir.
All right, awesome. So good luck to you. And let me move down to our last contestant of today, and it is Zachary. Hello. Oh, that is a beautiful looking Kiwi. How you doing, Zach?
He's adorable.
And he's slimy even.
I'm not going to talk to you because apparently no one else is an academic that has graduated high school.
That's right,
whatever you
Booster. How dare you insult
I'll
them?
talk to Booster.
What?
I'll talk to Booster.
Hi, Zachary. How you doing, buddy?
Hey, I'm drawing a Kiwi. I'm trying to make him.
As he's all greasy and oiled up. It's no.
It's awesome, dude.
He looks like a little duck. A little duckling.
So you ready? What you going to be working on today?
It's a very interesting project.
Yeah.
There's both. I don't know. It's really interesting, and I'm scared because when I draw monsters, I want to go all brutal, but this isn't brutal at all, really. You know. So
well,
this is Disney brutal.
That's Disney brutal,
It
and
is
I don't know if I
Disney
can do Disney brutal.
Well,
So I think I might go pin up instead because
okay. Well, you could go dark,
child-friendly, sexy pinup.
There you go. Or you could go, dark universe version of it. You could do that if you wanted. But nevertheless, very happy to have you here, of course, Zach. And I am, looking forward to seeing what you're going to do. Zach always does some pretty interesting stuff, so it's going to be a cool show. We got some great artists here. We're going to really jump into it and get right to it. But in order to do that, we need to have a countdown. Now, of course, when we do the countdown here on the show, we always let our guests do that. And when there's not a guest, we let Booster do it, which is always a mistake. But we do have a guest today.
Every time.
Yeah, no, every time. So, Mr. Guest, hello, Rob. How you doing, dude?
Pretty good. Sorry. So now is the countdown. Finally.
Now is the countdown. It's all right. It's all right. Don't worry about it. Everybody will judge you, but it's all good. So now
I won't. Chester will.
No, I will.
He's
Most certainly. I'm very judgmental.
Yeah.
I'm biased.
Yeah.
But now, Rob, we can't start until you do the countdown. Now, we need something more exciting than the practice you had in the beginning, though. We need something that is dynamic. We need something that's going to blow the people away. That is going to absolutely bring the thunder down, brother. Go ahead.
All right. Well, let's do it in my zombie voice then.
All right.
Oh, here we go.
Are you everybody ready?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yep.
5,
Ready.
4, 3, 2, 1.
Go.
Everybody go. Everybody draw.
I'm drawing.
Yeah, no, Rob, yeah, that sucked pretty bad. That was pretty bad. That was pretty hard. Yeah. It wasn't good. Yeah.
Chester's a bully.
I am
He
a
says that about every countdown. Don't take it personally. No countdown is good enough for this man.
This is true. That's true. I am very judgmental. But awesome, dude. Well, happy to have you in here with us, Rob. Now we've talked to you before, and we're very happy to talk to you again here about your project. Now, first thing I want you to do is go ahead and just introduce you to listeners and tell them who you are and how you got to where you are. And while you're doing that, I'm going to bring your project up. Okay?
Sure. Yeah. So my name is not Rob Muerto, but that's my artistic alias. So it may as well be. Which I lifted from my book's protagonist. But in real life, I'm a Portuguese guy that wrote a screenplay called Monster High way back in the day. And then the actual Monster High came out with the Mattel version, the tween version that nobody likes. And I decided, that put like sort of like a hurdle on the project, and it sort of fell through until I decided to resurrect it as a comic book. And long story short, here we are.
Here we are. Yeah.
Yeah, and I should say, I'm very honored and humbled to have all these artists, approach the material, and I'm very curious to see what comes out of it.
Well,
We're
I think
very thankful for everyone here.
Oh, absolutely. And I think you're going to
Yeah.
be thrilled by it. We have a lot of creators. We do try to support the indie creators here by doing this this presentation the way we do on the Drone and Quartered. And I think everyone is very just blown away by what they see. And I hope you're going to enjoy it as well. Although I am curious, you went from Monster High, which I understand you changed it to Tales from the Classroom. But I'm kind of wondering why you didn't name it Zombie Puberty.
Well, that'll definitely be a chapter. That's going to be a chapter in one of the books, I'm sure.
Cool.
I guess the name didn't run well with the artist group, so.
Maybe not. But now, Rob,
Yeah.
if you do me a favor and you go ahead and whitebox me, just click on my icon. You'll see what I'm showing the folks. And let's do kind of just a quick run through of the Indiegogo page here, if you would.
Yeah, I see what you're showing already
All right,
on my
sweet.
screen.
Now, as you guys see, is Tales from the Classroom. High school is a nightmare. Ooh, nice. So we're coming down in here. Now, you are funded, which is awesome. Congratulations to you, sir. There's still 17 days, though, so plenty of money to be made. And, of course, we want to support projects that look good, guys. So this link is going to be dropped in here several times, I'm sure. Booster will take care of that, or one of our mods. And definitely go check it out. It's a great-looking page. I'm going to show it to you now. But do keep in mind that even if you don't back the project, please share it. Because that helps out a lot just with getting more eyes on it, But absolutely congratulations for being funded, dude. But let's dive into this here. Now, you got it featured over here, which you've still got a few left of it, so people can check that out. But just tell us about the project, man. What is going on here?
What's going on is that it's 41 pages of super high quality art, in my estimation. Really fun take on sort of like a high school little drama, in the vein of, I guess you could say it's like half Ferris Bueller, half Revenge of the Nerds, with a Beetlejuice twist, as you can see.
Yeah.
And yeah, you got all sorts of little goodies like high-res pinups, and in the upper tiers you get previews from chapter 2, character sketches from the next chapter as well. Thank you notes from the protagonist. It's there's all sorts of things. It's really fun. I don't know if you want to go through all the different individual.
Oh no, we're not going to do that. We're just going to kind of
yeah.
go over it here, because mainly today, what it's about is watching the artist create your characters. That's what we're really here to do. I do love the fact that the headmaster is Cthulhu. That's awesome. And the fact that
that's the old headmaster. Yeah, the current headmaster. I mean, it's Principal Kong is the current guy in charge, but
I see.
He inherited the school from Cthulhu.
Oh, I see. Well, that's always good sign. Good sign. But of course, I'm very happy you do have a digital available, so keep that in mind, guys. But let's just take a look at a little bit of the art, and we'll come back over to the main page. Now, your protagonist here, tell us a little bit about him.
Rob Muerto. Rob. So Rob, actually the story starts out of him telling us his own story of how he used to be sort of worshipped in his all zombie high school, Romero High, and that's where the Ferris Bueller component I mentioned comes in, because he's sort of like a figure who can do no wrong. You know, he shows up late to class. Teachers don't seem to care. He's just like, you know, the boys love him. The zombie chicks are obsessed with him, and can just do no wrong. And then one day, his dad Melvin, who's a janitor, gets a promotion, and to head janitor. It's not a big promotion, but for a zombie, it's pretty good. And they move towns to. They go to the big city.
Yeah.
And Rob transfers over to a new multi-species high school named Cthulhu High. And there's all sorts of different monsters. It's not just zombies like it was in Romero. It's like, you know, everything that goes bump in the night is there. So, you know, you get wolfmen, you get vampires, chupacabras, everything you can think of.
I see. So busing is basically about busing. I get it.
No, but he gets like a rude awakening upon finding out that that zombies are actually sort of at the bottom of the social, you know,
hierarchy. Yeah,
and they're viewed as kind of second-class citizens.
Oh, I see.
By every other monster, basically.
This is where the revenge of
Don't
the
say
nerds
it.
come
Don't
in.
say it, Chester.
Yeah, so that's a huge blow. That's a huge blow to his ego. And not only that, he has to contend with dealing with Drake, who's like Cthulhu's own most popular
That's
quantity.
this fella right here. Yeah.
That's him. Yeah,
The
that's
vampire.
guy
Yeah.
with the big chompers. And Rob sort of lands on his radar, and he makes Rob's existence miserable.
Yeah, there you go. And what do you think I was going to say, Eric? I may well have been going to say something like Jewish, right? You don't know what I was going to say. You can't read my mind.
I was just speculating. It could have been anything.
It could have been.
Anything. Could have dropped a hard R on us or anything.
No, I wouldn't do
that. Chester. He's just a rascal.
You know,
no telling
the one thing I love about this is there's plenty of art to look at, and it is good art. This is very fun looking project, man, and I'm very happy he got this funded, because I want to see what it looks like when it comes out. But let me jump back over to the main page and take a look at the art, because, you know, that's why we're here. So let me come over here and do this, and then I'm going to do that. And wow, people are jumping in it already. But let me stop over here on this side with Zach. And Zach is doing something blurry. What are you doing, Zach?
Yep, very blurry. It's gotta be blurry.
It's got to be blurry.
You won't know until
it's a surprise.
That's true. It's a surprise. Yeah, no, I think you're going to enjoy this, Rob, as seeing these artists go through your stuff and do it. And I'm just going to kind of jump through everybody here and let you see the art as we go down. Now, how long have you been? Now, you're the writer, right? So how long have you been writing?
How long have I been writing? I've been involved in film development for about 10 years, and that involved, you know, a lot of times that involved me writing my own screenplays, but mostly what I had was a development fund where I sort of shepherded other screenwriters to craft scripts, basically film scripts. And but I've always been a huge comic book fan. You know, since I can remember, basically, reading.
Yeah. So you're a script doctor then?
It was sort of a script doctor, yes, yeah.
Oh, I see. Yeah. So what kind of stuff have you been
attached to? With a more producerial element.
What kind of stuff have you been attached to that you can talk about?
Stuff that I've been attached to that I can talk about, not much. That I can talk
Ghostbusters
about.
2016. No,
Exactly, basically.
There you go.
Oh, was that your fault?
That's his fault.
I knew I recognized you from somewhere.
There you go. There you go.
Yeah.
Oh, Rob Muerto.
That guy.
That one.
That guy. Yeah. But that's cool, dude. We've actually spoken to many script doctor types over here. We've also spoken to a lot of storyboard people from movies. It's very interesting to me how much crossover there is between the film industry and the comic book industry. It was something I was unaware of before I started this channel, so it's pretty cool. And
I think
I'm
it's a generational thing. You know, it didn't.
Yeah.
I don't think it used to be that way, but there's something in the what's our generation again? The 80s people.
we are
Gen
Generation
X?
X, I do believe. Yeah.
We're Gen X, right? I think it's the Gen Xers that have all that comic book baggage.
Maybe. Of course, it was really big for us. There was recon books, and then of course in the '90s you had that absolute explosion of some books getting a couple million per
Beanie Baby.
per printing. Beanie Babies, Cabbage Patch Kids, all that stuff. The '80s was all about collecting, I guess. But the '80s was seemingly the greatest thing ever because all they do these days is copy the '80s. So what's up with that? I don't know.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You used all your ideas in the 80s.
I guess we did. We
Yeah.
did. Yeah. But unfortunately, that's what we have to live with today. But I'm going to move down here, and I'm now white boxing Sheldon, a new person here. And ooh, very nice. We have Rob Muerto is working out, and he's being helped out by the Frankenstein coach, I think. That's pretty cool.
Mhm.
Yep,
I
it's
would love to see him
Frankenstein,
screaming in
dude.
his face while Push It to the Limit is blasting in the background.
Right.
Well,
right.
that's
I've
funny.
seen this
because
dude's mustache. I
it's-
know how to draw it.
That's really. It's really funny you mentioned that because I have an Instagram account that I created for the character,
Uh-huh.
and those Instagram stories. I have that pin up, and I use that music. Push it to the limit.
Oh, right,
Nice.
right.
Limit.
Limit. Yeah.
The greatest son of all time.
One of the credits up there.
Now,
Mhm.
I saw a movie some years back, and of course, I read some of the books attached to it as well. It's called Dylan Dog, and now are your zombies kind of similar to the Dylan Dog style of zombie, or is there something different with them?
I'm completely in the dark as regards to
Well,
that property.
in the Dylan Dog universe,
Italian comic.
it's an Italian comic. It's a really good one. But in the Dylan Dog universe, basically you have humans, and then underneath them is a monster world, which is not what's going on in your book. But and Dylan Dog is kind of like he was a cop, kind of like a cop between the two worlds, and now he's a detective. But with the zombies in particular, they rot. So they need spare parts. So there's like a whole industry built up for them to get new legs and new eyes and new ears and all that kind of stuff. And it's just this entire community. But the zombies, other than having to get on this kind of spare parts commodity type of market, they also are like the bottom dreg. They're like the least unrespected
Oh,
thing.
really? Oh, that's cool. Huh?
Yeah,
That's funny.
Yeah.
Yeah, because people were asking me why did I pick a zombie to be bottom of the social totem pole, and it feels to me like it's completely organic. In a
Yeah.
world where all monsters would exist, zombies would be that. But I like that idea. That's a really fun concept of them shopping for body parts, basically.
Yeah.
But
Well, they
in
have
my
like.
world,
And they have like
there's not
AA meetings and stuff like that to living as a zombie and to help support groups and stuff. It's funny. Yeah. Now, Kinma, you are being white boxed, just so you know. But no, I think it's a cool idea as well. Now, your main character, he eventually, I'm assuming, is going to come to the forefront and become popular again. I'm assuming, right?
Well, that's
Spoilers.
later. Yeah, spoilers, but it doesn't take place in this either. I only have 41 pages to work with on this book.
Mhm.
It's not actually 41 pages. I should say that. It amounts to 48 pages total, the actual book.
Oh, nice.
It's 41 pages of the first of the main story, and then you get 2 mini stories that are 2 double-page spreads, and it amounts to 48. And some character bios and yeah, but it's a pretty nice meaty book, actually.
Oh, that's
It's a
cool.
lot of bang for your buck, for your buck, I think.
Yeah,
But
it's good to have those bios and things in there. That's a lot of fun to add, and of course, it builds up the character of the book itself for the future, and that's, of course, the intention is the future, right?
I think so, yeah. And you're sorry. Now I remember where my train of thought. But yeah, so he does eventually sort of regain his popularity. It becomes an obsession of his to regain his former popularity, and then he sort of does with the zombie people. But it becomes less about him restoring his former popularity, and more about reviving, or sort of bringing up the zombie species.
I see. Yeah, that's cool. That's cool. Now there's a werewolf in here that seems to be his buddy at the new school. So tell us a little bit
I thought he
about the
looks like
werewolf.
a amalgamation between Shaggy and Scooby-Doo.
A little bit, right? Yeah.
Sort of what we were going for.
Oh,
Awesome.
cool. All right. Booster has some insight. Shocking.
I do. Look at me. And it
Well,
all
he's
revolves around cartoons.
He's sort of like the typical 90s slacker skater, SoCal stoner type,
Nirvana. I get it.
Yeah, and he becomes Rob's best friend. He's a loner himself, sort of an outcast, mostly by choice.
He doesn't have a shotgun, does he?
Oh, too soon.
Yeah.
He didn't know how to surf.
No, I actually like the look of the character. It's a really good character. That's one thing I like about this project, and this is very similar to last week as well with that, because we see a lot of projects here, but I like the model of the characters. They're something that's definitely can be on model. So the character development is really nice. Now, tell us a little bit about the development of the characters, how they look, the finalization of that, and of course the art and the artists that are involved in this project.
Yeah, I mean, listen, like anything, that you're trying to have a universal appeal. You're thinking of. I'm thinking of what if these characters were toys? Were these? Would they work as action figures, or would it be something that you could see in a cartoon and kids enjoying? And so that was sort of the thought process. And each character that we developed, we try to capture some kind of archetype that's relatable.
Sure.
A sociocultural archetype that everybody can sort of latch onto, and sort of overlay it over an existing monster species, and that's what we've tried to do. And with the artist, the artist did a fantastic job. His name is Sebastian Brunico, and yeah, we of course we took multiple passes at developing these characters, but we finally nailed each one. I can actually show you, if you let me share the screen.
Sure.
Earlier versions of some of these characters, they look completely different.
Oh, that'd be cool. I was just white and boxing ink spots anyway, so.
Okay. Yeah. So just give me some time. We can. As soon as I'm ready, I'll let you know. Okay.
Okay. Well, you are being white box, so we're waiting. I'm counting. Start counting, Booster. I'm kidding. I'm kidding. I'm kidding.
I was
trying to be funny. You weren't paying attention. You horrible co-host. I'm back over in ink spots.
Character sketches. Let me see.
Not doing your job. What are you doing? You playing a video game?
I might be playing Pokemon.
God. The world I
Don't
live in.
Slacker.
I'm judging you.
Yeah, well, we are judging.
Don't judge. I like Pokemon.
We know you like Pokemon.
And they fight for me.
They do fight for you, and the interesting thing is, as you guys know, Booster works about 2 months out of the year, so he can maintain his welfare status. And that 2 months a year that he works, he's a tomato weigher. And we know that
Professional
he's
tomato wear,
official
greatest in the
tomato wear,
country.
and he spends most of his time during the weighing of the tomatoes playing Pokemon.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm trying to screen share and it's not working for some reason.
Well, you just you know how to do it up with the 3 dots on the top, right?
Yeah, it goes 3 dots, share screen, and then your entire screen or application window.
Just pick like screen 1 or screen 2. That's usually the easiest
Yeah,
way
make
to
sure
do
your
it.
pawn's hidden. Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, because that way it captures everything, so it's usually
Because
easier.
entire screen doesn't work. It says error. Sorry, an error has occurred when screen sharing.
Huh.
Let me try. Let me try share screen application window.
Oh,
Yep,
that's not good.
error again. Strange, huh?
Yeah, certainly is. We've had a few people have to work it out, but they figure it out eventually. But the internet is a bizarre place.
Yeah. Well, maybe I can use this as my profile pic.
Maybe. Yeah, might be a way around it. And I do have to say, Inkspots, I like your solution here. He basically took himself a sponge, cut a hole in it, and stuck his ink pot in the middle of it. Very clever. And we just lost our guest.
I'm very wise.
Oh, there he is again.
Yeah, he's back.
Don't panic, for goodness sake.
Yeah. And he's looking sexy, too. He's got his shirt unbuttoned for the ladies.
Oh.
Yeah.
Gonna do a dance for us? What's going on?
No, don't do that. Booster actually would probably appreciate it. And we don't want to get him salivating, please.
Yeah, I'll won't be able to concentrate at all.
Yeah. Now, while he's trying to figure that out, and you guys are watching what Inkspots is doing, which is pretty cool, actually, I'm going to go over the chat and see if anybody has anything to say. Do keep in mind, guys, we do check the chat here, and if you have questions for Rob or anybody else, or you just want to say something mean and nasty to someone, go right ahead. I will read it out happily. Let me go back to the very beginning. We have Rodwell Steffens in here. Oh, very nice. He says greetings, and he's watching us. He's watching you, particularly, Booster. And let's see. Here we got
Why?
Good Dog
Don't
Press.
do that.
We got Manny in here. There's a superstar here, dude. Aloha.
Aloha, Manny. Aloha.
Yeah, nice to see Manny in here. We got Eric Hawkins, who's supposed to. What are you doing? You're in here with us. We got.
I'm in.
You're everywhere, dude. You're just a multitasker. DeWolf says, Good Dog Press is here. I got his book. It stinks. Oh, what? What? Todd, what are you doing, Todd?
It stinks because it's a skunk girl.
Yeah, I get it. I get the joke. But here's
Did you
the
guys hear
thing.
how I got Skunk Girl?
How did you get Skunk Girl?
Tell me.
I contacted a printer to get some samples of their paperwork and the comics they have done. They
Mhm.
sent me Skunk Girl.
As an example. Oh, wow.
Yes.
Cool.
That is pretty cool.
This.
Manny, they're giving you stuff out for free. But do keep this in mind. I get the joke. We all get the joke. But you're actually a creator now, so you're no longer allowed to give your opinion anymore. You know that, right?
Oh.
Yeah.
Is that how that works?
That is how that works. And DeWolf continues,
stop
though.
creating things.
You
Doing
better
hard
stop.
work over here.
DeWolf is trying to backtrack, I think. He says, wait, I mean, it's awesome about a skunk girl. See, what I meant was because of the character. Oh, crud. This dude is cool.
Oh, no. He's going around in circles now. He's going down a dark place he can never escape.
He is. And of course, Manny, just keep in mind, Manny has absolutely shunned the Chester. I'm not in his book anywhere. I'm not in the picture of all the creators. I have been completely kicked out. He has no love for me whatsoever. He hates me. Manny hates me.
You had it coming.
I did it. How?
Yeah.
It's all a
Kind of
super
a prick.
story, man.
I am not. I say beautiful things about people every day.
Say one nice thing about me. Go.
You like pie?
You always wash your hands after you masturbate.
This is a good point. Thinking spots.
That's what you think.
I do.
That was very handy. Now, come over to our new person here, gentleman, who is muted and not showing his screen. I'm going to white box him in hopes that he will actually show his camera, which he's doing, and he's on it.
There he is.
There he is. Beautiful man.
Doxter's face. We now have him. We're sending ninjas directly to your apartment.
I'm liking it, dude. No, I'm liking it.
Right.
That's pretty cool, dude. That is pretty cool.
Thank you.
All right.
That's a 230 duty.
I literally just looked at the Professor Peg and I was like, this strikes me as a gal who likes to party.
There you go. Rock on, dude. That is a gal that likes to party. Let me come back over here to chat and see what else they got to say. We have Ara in here. He says, hello, all. Well, hello to you, Ara. We got Asuka in here. Says, Kima has no idea what she has gotten herself into. I apologize for the oncoming degeneracy, Kima. It's true. It is true. It is true. Although sometimes having a girl in here calms them down. But you never know.
Yeah.
Unless you have too many.
Misbehavior.
Oh, that's true. Well, I mean, usually the girls are worse than the guys anyway. What are you talking about?
Oh yeah, I think
Dinah's disgusting.
What was that? Our most lewd show was definitely Lady Alchemy.
Yeah, Lady Alchemy went.
Wow.
She freaking went there, dude.
Yeah, they went
Damn.
Great.
So
That was funny.
She doesn't respond. She still hasn't
The
responded
tranny
to my
story.
messages, Chester.
Well, dude, you're probably terrifying her. Stop picking on the girl or stop stalking her. I know. Well, hold on a second.
Well, that's because
She's a
she's too busy
female. What are
talking
you
back.
doing?
Yeah, I know.
Stop it. Quit being confused. Dewolf says, that's easy, dog. He survived, and now it's a bit damaged, but it's obsessed. I don't know what they're talking about. Doing good, something. Good lineup for be a great show. Hope so. Oh, we got Jiminy Cricket. Hello, Jiminy Cricket. He says, draw along, people. Please do. Once again, go to hashtag DNQFE over on the Twitter. Once again, hashtag DNQFE, and draw your pictures of various things from Tales from the Classroom and throw them in, and we will check them out at the end. We love it. Hopefully, Weldon is looking in the shadows there. He usually is. He doesn't speak to us. He just watches us. And
Hey, Weldon is finishing Lady Alchemy's book.
yeah, he is. He is.
Yeah.
Yeah. Superstar.
If you're not paying attention, Chester, Rob Muerto just shared something with us in the Hangout chat.
I'm not paying attention. You know I'm not paying attention. I never pay attention. All right,
Sir, I like catch
did-
these things.
I did it, and it's those character sketches.
Okay. Well, I'm
I told you
clicking
that.
on it.
Would you like me to share? Would you like me to share this with the chat, Rob?
Yes.
Yeah, let you do it. That's better for you to do it. You go ahead, and I'll just white box you.
I meant I was going to put it in the hang. You know, I'll do it anyway.
You do it. You share it. Yeah,
I'll do the whole blasted thing.
Do your job. Let's see here. Jiminy is being happy, which is always nice. I wish he was in here because you guys know I always vote for Jiminy. But Curious 2A is in here. Say hello, aloha. Well, aloha to you, sir. We get Lady Celtic Moon saying boo. Well, hello, ma'am. Nice to see you. And Jiminy, for some reason, says, ugh. I must have said something inappropriate. But nevertheless, I'm caught up with that chat. So let me go back over here and let's see what Rob is offering. Ooh. Now, these are basically looking at some of the earlier concepts before they were finalized, right?
That's right. Yeah.
Awesome. Sweet.
Yeah. Actually, you're looking at if you go up just a little bit. I asked the artist Sebastian, listen, I want the school bus driver to be a mummy, right? And he's completely crazy, and the ligaments are always getting in his eyes, so like he drives like a reckless madman.
As he should.
But he took the ligatures over his eyes a bit too literally. So
I don't know. I like it, dude. I like it actually.
Yeah.
I think it's cool.
No, he does everything he does is amazing, but he needs to see at least a little bit.
Now, this is interesting. Your vampire, the antagonist of your story, he has gone from very Nosferatu to handsome boy. So what happened with that?
Yeah, it was just different takes on the character, and he actually, if you see him over here, this is sort of like a younger take on Drake.
Right.
The one you see in the book, he's actually a bit more buff, and yeah, Principal Kong. That's we stuck with the initial take. Cletus, the mummy driver, is the final take. Is the one you're seeing. Well, we were going through different passes, and we finally settled on the redneck.
Oh, Cletus. Yeah, of course. Yeah.
Kind of looks like Colonel Sanders' suit over here.
Yeah, that one
cowboy,
was
and then
too far. The southern thing too far, but yeah.
Yeah, no, we'll take Cletus. For some reason. Yeah, go ahead.
That's the very first pass at Drake, which is totally off because it looks way too human. And humans don't exist in this universe, so
right.
Yeah, that one over there looks like the fawns with fangs.
Well, it looks like it looks like a goth transgender, but hey, rock on.
No, but the other one, the black and white one.
Oh, I see. Oh, that one. Yeah. But Cletus will do. For some reason, that's bringing up images of Catfish Cooley to me, though. I love Catfish Cooley.
Mm-hmm.
If you guys haven't checked out Catfish Cooley, go check him out on YouTube. He's funny. And that's a funny redneck right there. And this is the first one I really agree with. This early version of Rob compared to the final version, I think is much better.
Yeah, the final version's great.
Yeah, much better. Yeah. The other ones, I don't know though. I still kind of like that original Mummy, dude. I think it's funny.
Is Mummy up here?
Yeah, I like it.
Well, we can still use it as another character. You know, that's the great thing about a universe like this. You can really experiment and let your imagination roam.
Be like his cousin that sits in for him for just like a school field trip or something.
Yeah, I mean, it can be a teacher, it can be whatever, you know.
Yeah, he could be the ROTC rifle instructor.
Yeah.
But it's cool, dude. That's awesome. It's neat to be able to see the progression with something. That's a lot of fun.
This is like 10 years old at this stage. What you're looking at?
Oh wow! Oh, so this has been going on a long time.
Where did they get the brains from?
It's
zombies.
Pardon?
Where do they get the brains from for the zombies? Then, like, if there's no humans,
it's different animal parts, and you know there are animals. There's like cows and stuff. So like,
I was gonna say the exposition for that must be very grim.
Yeah, right. No, easy.
Yeah, don't want to get into that. We just said they're just brains.
No,
don't think too hard about it.
They're just brains. Yeah.
Eric, just so you know, you were being white boxed. Oh, Eric is doing something cool, dude. Look at that. Homecoming.
Kurt doing?
Yeah. Well, looks great.
Hey,
Fantastic.
it's cool. Why not? Thank you.
Now this project, of course, you're dropping here in the holidays period. Now you didn't drop it on Halloween, and you dropped it here a little bit later. What was the decision making on that?
Well, I wanted to draw Halloween. I figured that everybody was enjoying actual Halloween, you know, and that if I did it a bit later, I would still capitalize on the hunger for everything ghoulish, but actually get butts in seat and looking at the computers instead of out partying.
Sure.
You know, with their friends.
Well, this the reason I mentioned that is because we've been doing this a while here on the show, and coming into November, particularly December, is like the worst time to do a fundraiser, which actually surprised me that you funded so quickly, and that's awesome. I'm very happy to do, and it shows the power of the project actually.
Really? So it is the worst time.
The absolute worst time.
Oh,
yeah.
Everybody
December.
seems to be strapped for cash at the moment.
Well, it's
They're
Christmas,
like, oh
dude.
man, I love this project, but you know, as soon as payday comes along, and
Right. No, and that's the problem that we see happen every year. November, December, a little bit into January is the worst time to do a fundraiser, and kind of like October is kind of the last real meaty time. But then again, the fact that you've actually already funded the project says a lot about the project, because this is the worst time to do it, but yet you're making money on it. So good on you for that.
Cool. Yeah. I mean, yeah, it's a small. It was a small goal to begin with, but the idea is to hopefully double it. But it's all about exposure and doing things like this, and getting people to know the project in the first place. You know.
Yeah. Well, there are
and building a platform as well.
Yeah. Well, there are no small goals. There's only small people, right, Booster?
That's small. I'm a big man when I want to be.
You're a big boy. It's a big
boy now.
Yeah.
Grown up.
Awesome. Now, I do have to ask a couple of the new faces here, because the rest of the guys are kind of used to what's going on here. But we have the. I'm just going to keep saying gentleman, because I can't remember how to pronounce the name. I do apologize.
Yeah, you're good.
Yeah. So, a gentleman. What are you thinking about the show so far? What do you think about this format here?
I mean, I'm enjoying it as much as I I not to be rude to our guest, I think his work is great. I just am not a lot of sleep. But no, I'm enjoying it so much. It's been a long time since I could just sit down and just doodle some. I'm sorry to say this, Mr. Muerto, but I am turning your characters into pinups. So
He is.
Sorry, but yeah, they're going sexual because you know what, sex sells and that. But you know what? I think we have a great cast
Amen,
here.
brother.
Amen,
I think
brother.
I think we have a great source material too. I just gotta say, I love the art design you went with you know, a lot of comic books really like to go into that kind of box standard comic book art style. But we're here, you have characters that are gorillas, you have anthropomorphized characters, you have a different take on zombies where when you look at them, you can kind of tell it's rotting, but it's not. That's obviously a zombie. It took me a second until someone said something. And Professor Peg, which I'm running right now, I mean, obviously she's a witch, but the idea to not go with an actual facial layout and just have that crazy wild witch hair and that big old plague doctor nose, I'm just digging it so much. And I just because to me she just strikes me as like a crow, and we all know that one teacher who's just that cackling hen, just the
Yes.
you know, you're spending time with me after detention.
Oh, I remember. Her name was Mrs. Birch, and she kept talking about the Sandinistans and how we needed to support them. And I got kicked out of class because I said, "You're a communist, bitch," and she kicked me out.
Oh, dude. Okay, so this I'm gonna show my age real fast. Because I actually remember learning about, like, I remember watching Rambo 3, and at the end of it, it's like, to our brave friends, the Mujahideen fighters, and then I went back and watched it later, and it was like, to all the people who fell in the Afghan war. I'm like, wait, what?
What? Yeah, well, it just didn't age well. Is the problem. But
Yeah, Rambo was a member of
for
ISIS.
a variety of reasons.
Yeah, for a variety of reasons.
I just think your work is great. I've over the past few years, I've really gotten into the indie comics more, just for the shake up from the standard box formula. And I'm a big Lovecraft fan, so when I see a Cthulhu as the principal or ex-principal
awesome.
in case, oh dude, it's great. I love it.
Cool. Well, all right. Well, let's come over here to Keenma. I'm sorry. Go ahead, Rob.
Yeah, I was saying that I love Lovecraft as well, and to bring it back to Professor Peg, I have to give Sebastian so much credit for that design, because I told him, I mentioned in the script that remember, we're doing witches here, but we can't. You associate witches with something vaguely human looking.
Oh, very
humanoid, but my take was that we would go with the Legend witch. You remember Legend, the movie, the Ridley Scott movie with Tom
Oh,
Cruise?
yeah. The Hag.
Yeah, the Hag. And you have like this really super exaggerated, it's vaguely human witch, but yeah, that was my take. And he came back with this, which is, for me, I was like, sold immediately. I was like, whoa, that's like 10 times better than what I was picturing.
Oh, that the Hag from Legend is one of the best monster jobs in movie history, as far as I'm concerned. That was absolutely stunning.
No, it's fantastic, but it's I mean, it's been done, and he's doing something completely different. And it's always good to veer from the expected,
Yeah, no, absolutely, dude. And now, of course, we also have another new face here in Keenma. Now, you've been real quiet, Keenma. You just drawing right along there. It looks nice. So what do you think about what we're doing here today?
I like it. It's a lot of fun. This is really my first time doing any kind of like collaboration on YouTube, so can't complain. It's a lot of fun.
Well, damn, and you are straight on model too. I mean, right on top of it. That is perfect.
Yeah, it's not my normal art style, and I thought I'd give it a try.
Well, I love his look.
Wow.
Now,
I love his look. He's got like sort of like a very knowing. I don't know how to describe it. Like
a smugness.
Yeah, I'm like a total badass, and I know it.
Yeah, no, I think he's about to wink at Booster. I think that's what he's really going to do.
Oh,
hey, Booster.
Hey, a little. Yeah.
Wink, wink.
Ooh, there it is.
Now, Keenma, you're obviously an actual artist. So tell us, where are you coming from? What is it you do generally?
As I said, I really do this for fun. I'm more or less, I just teach a lot of young kids how to do basic cartooning to get them started, and work at a grocery store.
Can you give me lessons?
You do realize you need to be doing something different with your life, right? I mean, the kid thing is awesome, but yeah, because you're a full-on artist. That's straight up.
Yeah, I am working on like a comic book in my own time when I have the time to do it. So,
Oh, well,
so I'm
cool. Well,
hoping.
you have found a good community for this, right? We got
Oh
a lot of
yeah,
artists and writers over here, a lot of projects being done. So keep in touch with us because
Booster's a kid that needs art lessons.
yeah, like the wee booster who needs lessons in many things in life. Maybe you can help him
Yeah.
in many ways, Kima. Make him understand the value of the lady because he doesn't appreciate the women very much.
This is
Wow.
this is getting a little
We're going
weird
there.
now.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Chester?
I don't know how my husband would feel about that.
Wow, educating this young lad over here. Basically what I want you to do is yell at him. Just yell at him.
Oh.
Just yell at him.
Oh,
Yeah.
no.
Hey,
Tell him he's
don't
useless.
touch what you can't
and-
afford, sailor.
Yeah, there you go.
Oh.
There you go. Sweet. But very happy to have you here. That's a great looking piece you got going on. That is awesome. And let's talk to our third new face we have here today. We got the Sheldon, and Sheldon is popping it off too, dude. Damn.
Oh, thank you.
Can you back that up a little bit so we can take a look at it?
Yeah.
Back that up, Sheldon. Back that up, baby.
Back it up, baby. Yeah, no, that's beautiful, dude. So same question for you that I had for Keenma. What are you doing, man, with art as far as what are you doing with that?
Oh, yeah, I'm also working on a comic in my spare time or whenever I have the time. Slowly coming together.
Are you you have a writer working with you?
No, I'm the writer on it.
I see. Is that a good decision or a bad decision?
I think I mean, well, for me, it is just because I think it's more fun that way.
Oh, I
it's
imagine.
probably, I don't know, for the readers, I don't know. Guess that's up to them.
Well, meaning, do you have experience writing? Are you an actual writer? Is what I mean.
I used to write a lot in the chat rooms on Yahoo back in the day.
Yahoo!
I was like a professional troll, I think.
Oh, you were? Oh, sweet. There's many of those around here.
A young teenager.
This is Professional Troll Central, I do believe.
Basically, no, I'm not. I don't think I'm that great of a writer. I'm pretty straightforward. I don't have any nuance or meta things like what's it, Alan Moore. Just like straightforward Lethal Weapon style.
Oh, I see. Well, Alan Moore brings up images of many things. Many things.
Such as
like a cuck that's been going on about being an anarchist for 20 years and now is telling everyone to vote for Jeremy Corbyn.
That's right.
Yeah, thanks, Alan Moore.
Thanks, Alan Moore. Yeah. But it does look like on that vein. I don't want to get into it much, but we have to wait till all the votes are in, of course. But it does look like Labour absolutely got throttled by the Tories over in Britain.
It have.
And I hope that is what the results actually show, because screw them communists. Because the Tories have actually got to the point with Jeremy Corbyn where they do their outside speeches, and he literally has communist flags and friggin' big old giant posters of Stalin. Literally. Damn communist.
And also, I apologize to the audience for bringing this to a political thing.
I did. No, I'm off it now. I'm off it. But
Yeah,
Alan Moore, it brings it out in me, dude. It's freaking Alan Moore.
This is not drawn and quartered Tory edition.
No, it's not. It's definitely not. But I mean, come on, Britain's kind of fallen down, man. We really need them to come back into the fold.
I don't even know if the Tories are much better either. I just don't want Labour to win.
Well, yeah, that's a fair point. But now I'm looking over. I am whiteboxing El Rodimus. Could you do us a quick favor? Because it took me a while to get to you today, El Rodimus. Could you show us your first piece real quick, if you don't mind?
Oh yeah.
Oh, awesome.
We've got the protagonist.
Yeah, right.
The antagonist. And the wolf lion.
The wolf lion guy. Yeah, sweet. That is awesome. Look at that, Rob. What do you think of El Rodimus?
It looks so cool.
Very Romero-esque.
It is. It is. That's a fair point, dude. Now, of course, El Rodimus Flash here is very quick, and he'll probably do 3, maybe 4 pieces during the time that everybody else takes to do 1. So, not that I'm judging. I'm not judging.
Just rub it in.
It's all right. I'll lose anyway.
That's true. Yeah.
You and me both, brother.
For some reason, I don't know why, but it's probably true.
It's all a work.
Yeah.
It's all a work.
Yeah. Now, guys, do keep in mind over here in the chat, we do appreciate you guys. And if you do have any questions, just throw them out and we will give them to Rob or anybody in here. We do appreciate it. Now, if you guys could do us a favor and hit that share button and let everybody know what's going on so they come and join us, we'd appreciate that. We do have Mortal V in here, which is awesome. He says, I can't find details on Zule, Keenma, and Sheldon yet. Everybody else I got prepared. Awesome. Of course, Mortal V is an amazing moderator. We're very happy to have him. Let's take a moment
He's okay.
then. Well, let's go to Zule, and please give us your contact information so that Mortal V can prepare for you.
Your phone number, social security
No,
number,
Twitter
address,
or Instagram.
You're geez, Instagram. I don't even have a fucking
real
Instagram.
name, your mother's maiden name.
Yeah, I think. Oh, wow, I do have an Instagram. Holy cow!
Where can people contact you or see your stuff?
I know. Shoot. Instagram will probably be best. Let me just pull up my contact info. I just rarely ever use my Instagram. I have a bunch of unopened messages on this thing.
Well, you never know. People might want commissions. They might have like what they see, and they might want to get you into a project. I mean, that's kind of one of the reasons we do this,
Yeah. So if you go to Instagram, it's Zale New Song, because apparently someone else in the world pulled a character from my actual novel that I have copyright on. But it's ZHALE and the little underscore thing, NU underscore the word song SONG. Everything lowercase. You're probably not gonna find much about me because I am actually one of those crazy people that was permabanned from Twitter, and for reasons that were not strictly political.
Oh, I see. All right. Yeah, well, we got a few of them over here too. Sweet. So there you go, Immortal V. Keenma, could you please help out our moderator, please?
I really don't have anything. I more or less on the Discords.
Well, yeah, but you do run the thing for kids, so there must be some kind of contact information with that.
Yeah. Let's see here. When I run this thing for kids, it's in a bigger building, so it's many things, not just art. So the place is actually called morethanjustart.ca.
I see.
And everything like on our teachers and our classes are all posted online. And whenever we have articles come up in the community, we post them on the website as well. So
I see. Well, there you go.
Yeah.
So what is that website again? Yeah, give that again.
It's morethanjustart.ca.
Morethanjustart.ca. So unfortunately, you're telling me I have another Canadian on the show.
Oh, boo-hoo.
Oh,
Boo.
no.
Live with it.
All right, fine. I will. I will.
What do you teach
Canadians
Canadians?
polite.
Like painting or drawing?
I was led to believe that Canadians are polite. What's this all about?
I know, right?
I never said I was polite. We do a lot of painting and ink work and watercolors. So we do a lot of different things. It's kind of like we also do things as like a lot of group therapy with art and meditation. So we do a lot of different things.
Sweet. There
Meditative
you go.
art.
Oh my gosh.
Meditative art. Maybe Booster needs some
Right
help
on.
with that. But Sheldon,
I need a lot of help.
He needs a lot of help. Sheldon, same thing from you. Help out our moderator, please.
I hunted him down. Don't you worry.
Underscore Mar 31.
Underscore Mar 31. There you go.
Yeah, MAR.
Mar. Yes.
And then I have a Facebook page that's probably the best where you can see the comic. It's Sheldon Martin's art. I had a website, but like I need to update the security thing on there. I'm not sure because I go on there and it says it's unsecure, but it costs $100. So
yeah, they just want your money, dude. Yeah.
Oh, well, yeah, exactly. And I'm like retarded when it comes to that stuff, so I don't know what I'm doing. But I'll figure it out.
Kind of sounds like Booster a little bit.
Yeah, me and Booster probably in the same boat.
That's true.
On
Yeah. Well, I
We'll be
just
a
like
few
blood
things.
brothers.
the word retarded just it kind of just flows with me. But awesome.
Yeah.
So there you go, Mortal V.
Yeah.
Check those things out, and thank you very much, of course, for moderating for us. Let's see here. We got Star Storyteller. Hello, nice to have you in here. We have Moore is pretentious as all hell. Yeah, he really is. He's a good writer though. Yes,
yeah.
but will the Tories give us Brexit? Most certainly. That will absolutely
better.
happen very quickly. Actually, yeah.
Yeah.
Yes, Star Storyteller. Flash is a very apt name for Elrodimus. I agree. Adrian. Ooh, hey, Adrian. Yeah, right. Wow. What a low turnout. Wonder if this has anything to do with YouTube's new crap. It could. It might be. We know that YouTube
blame
is
YouTube.
throttling everybody who isn't. Yeah, we know the algorithm is not on
I
our
noticed
side.
that the numbers on this
we've been
channel
doing this.
always pick up like the next day.
Oh, they
Yeah.
do. We get a fairly
Yeah.
consistent viewership on our videos, but we
Yeah, there's
usually
always a
do.
surge like
Yeah,
Friday.
yeah.
I mean, we've
But
been doing this for a year and a half now. People are probably getting sick of us.
that's probably what it is. That's sure. That
Yeah.
exactly the truth. Yeah. I also saw
Yeah.
Siege was in here. I noticed earlier. Dina as well. Nice.
Yeah.
Armor
They're all buddies with Micus Miller now.
Oh,
Good for us.
They were voting in the
oh,
Pro
well, they
edition
don't have no
last
love
Yeah.
for us. Yeah, that's true. That's true. Everyone
how it is.
abandons us. That's the way it is.
We don't need you.
Yeah.
Please come back.
It's so sad. But do keep in mind, guys, we got an hour down, and we have an hour left. And of course, we're seeing some pretty interesting characters here. I do have it on rotation right now, so if you want people to see what you're doing, speak up and say something.
Genitalia. Genitalia.
I mean, if
Genitalia.
the great Robert Muerto would like to see how I butchered his design, swing
Yeah.
back around my way.
Well, you got to turn your camera on for that, dude. We can't see anything.
Yep.
Oh, there you go. There it is. There it is. Ooh, sexy. It's sexy, sexy.
I love it. I love it.
This is awesome. And I do, since Zach won't speak, we'll white box him real quick. But that is pretty, dude. Look at that.
I'm not speaking. Can you
No,
hear me?
no,
Good?
I can hear you now.
Were you talking this whole time?
No,
Yeah.
hopefully that would have been amazing.
I've had all kinds of input.
Yeah, kinda. But it looks like everyone kind of gravitated toward your Wolfman, dude. They seem to like that.
Wolfman's cool.
It is.
Wolfman good.
I like drawing monsters. I like drawing wolves.
I didn't know that was a wolfman. I thought that was a lion.
Yeah, people confuse that because of his colors, but yeah, it's a wolfman. And it's my penciler's favorite character.
Oh, I didn't confuse it at all. I thought it was Wolfman right from the beginning. But what do I know?
Well, the rest of us are stupid, Chester.
That's true.
Yeah, we're not educated like Chester.
That's
we're
true.
we're sixth grade graduates, whatever.
Sixth grade graduates. There you go. Rock on. Well, actually, that is a fair question. I'm curious how many of you guys did go to secondary education. I know there's a bunch of people in here that went to art school. I know I've talked to many of them. And what's that big art school they always want to talk about? The one that Cal Arts, that damn thing. But we've had a lot of people from that. So how many of you here have done secondary education?
Raising hand.
I did.
Yeah, I have.
Accounting and
That's like college, right?
Yeah. Yeah.
Mhm.
So basically, I was right. So
dropped
what the hell are you complaining about?
No, I went to university.
You did.
Got my bachelor's.
So did I.
I'm currently returning to university because it was just so much fun the first time around.
Oh, wow. That sounds like not fun.
Yeah, I got a drafting degree.
Awesome, dude. Are you an architect?
No, I wish. It was wasted money, is what it was.
Was it? There you go.
Come on now.
Usually is.
So, Booster, how many years did you have to spend in the tomato weighing classes?
Just it's a very precise job. It takes a lot of concentration and knowledge, and
So 3 days?
Years of my life dedicated to researching the way of the tomato weighing.
Yeah, that's true. So what? 3 days, right?
Oh no, I was first day I was hopped on to here's the controls for the controller thing.
So a day. Sweet. An
I
hour.
picked it up in a couple of hours.
There you go. There you go. That's what
Popped me on there.
It is kind of cool though.
God damn it! I became the best in the business.
The best in the business. You know, it's funny. Of course, we joke around with Booster a lot, but I've actually never really contemplated the idea of tomato weighing until you mentioned it. Actually, so I thought it was pretty funny. But I guess
that's why I love putting it like that. It's so much. I weigh tomatoes.
Yeah. Well, I mean, you weigh other stuff too, right? Like potatoes and corn and stuff, probably as well, right?
It's only tomatoes and corn, yeah, because they're the only ones that come in at night, and I do night shift.
Oh, I see. Yeah, cool. Yeah. Awesome. But we're seeing a lot of really cool. Ooh, I just got an earthquake. Nice.
Uh-oh.
Had one of those in a couple of weeks. Yeah.
Are you in Cali?
I mean, no, I'm in Japan.
Oh, Japan, man.
Much
Japan and earthquakes are like it's terrible.
Oh, we get them all the time. Yeah, I'm used to it.
You're in Japan. Can you speak Japanese?
Oh, sure, of course. I've been here 17
Really?
years. Yeah.
Oh, that's awesome.
Can you say really mean things to me in Japanese?
Sure. I will. Let's give you a really nice one.
Can
Bakayaro.
you do that for
How's that
free,
one?
Chester?
I called you an idiot, huh?
Well, I've seen anime. I know what baka means.
Chester, he normally pays for that.
I'm sorry. I'm sorry. Someone is trying to speak, and Booster is interrupting them. I think it was Rodimus. Go ahead.
No, I just said, Chester normally pays for that sort of abuse. I don't know why you'd give it for free.
That's true.
Yeah. You know, the funniest part was I did spend some time in Japan, and the one of the biggest memories I have there is that I was at it was a cafe close to the airport, because I had just flown in, and I was waiting to get on a train to go to the Kyoto prefect, and there was a kid that I just needed food. Like, you need like a 10-hour flight. You're just like, you know what? I don't even care what it is. Burger King sounds great. Food. And there was a guy who gets there, pulls out his chopsticks, and just louder than all get out yells, "Okidekimasu!" and then just starts like eating this hamburger with his fingers.
Yep.
And everybody in this room just looked at him like he just like let off the juiciest, loudest fart in church.
I think what you're trying to say is itadakimasu. Yeah.
Yes, thank you. Sorry, I speak my mother's German.
What does that mean?
So I'm very Anglo.
Yeah. It just means it's kind of like a mini prayer. It's basically you're thanking the farmer for producing the food, but it's kind of like amen in a way.
And that's like farting out real loud.
Oh, dude! Everybody, just the looks on these people. It was like, all right, so that guy just basically committed the world's biggest faux pas.
Yeah.
Did you hear about the all the Michelin stars that were awarded to Japanese restaurants, and most of them were turned back?
Oh, what do you mean?
You know the Michelin,
I know
stars
Michelin.
are
Sure.
Like everybody just said, all the Japanese chefs were like, "We don't need your Western,
Approval.
critique." Yeah.
Oh yeah, it wouldn't surprise me. They don't really care about those things, but until they do, there's a certain part of the population that do appreciate those things, and a lot of money is spent on getting those things, like Nobel Peace Prizes and things like that. They spend a lot of money to try to get those, but the majority of the population doesn't really care about Western stuff at all. They're quite xenophobic, to be honest with you.
That's interesting. It's a weird dichotomy between xenophobia and absolute obsession with everything that's
I know, right?
Western.
Yeah.
So why are you over in Japan? Are you just living there? Are you studying abroad? Do you have family?
Oh, I married a Japanese woman and decided to bring the kids over so they could, know their mother's culture.
Gotcha.
Yeah, so he's studying abroad.
Yeah,
he's studying abroad.
And that was 35 years ago, and he's still there.
I am. Well, that's not that
Still
long.
studying.
Dang, that's like 84. Wonder Woman.
Don't worry, Chester. Statute of limitations isn't forever.
It's true. It's true. I'll be able to come back one day. One day.
Do they still have those arcades there?
What do you
walk
mean?
in and start playing? I was watching Lost in Translation probably like 12 years ago, and there's like this dude. He was on looked like a Guitar Hero kind of game before that game came out in a arcade. Like, do they still have those?
I see. So an actual video game arcade. You can find some, but really the I don't know what we call them in the West. I don't recall. You know those games where you move it forward, back, left or right, and it has this claw comes down like a claw machine, I guess, where it grabs something. They call them UFO catcher here, and those things are freaking everywhere. Video games have disappeared because they have them in their hands, right? So
Oh man.
yeah, so yeah, the UFO catcher is very popular though. Kids waste all kind of money on it.
Have you got to try out any of the Japanese bathhouses?
Oh yeah, sure. I've been to
Those are
onsen and stuff.
interesting. Those are interesting experiences, aren't they?
Well, not really. I mean, they're
Okay.
yeah. I think you're talking about the co-ed aspect. Is that what you're on about?
No. So when I was over there, the house that I stayed at was a very old house. It was I don't remember why they got to keep it this way, but like most of the houses have been like updated. This one wasn't, and their shower system was like less to be desired. And I've been used to taking Navy showers before, but basically I found this like a bathhouse, and it was like you get $1 American, you get like enough bathhouse tokens for the week. So I was like, oh cool, I'll just go hang out in the bathhouse like for my spare time. And I met a can't confirm or deny that he was a Yakuza, but he certainly was missing fingers.
Oh yeah, well they're around.
Yeah.
But
yeah,
no,
and it was the funniest thing because he just looks at you and he's like, "Oh, you're American." I'm like, "Yeah." He goes, "Where are you from?" I'm like, "Oh, I'm from Louisiana, but since no one knows what it is, I just said Texas." And he goes, "Oh, so you know like cowboy, like shoot 'em up?" I'm like, "Oh yeah, I do that kind of stuff." And he goes, "Good," because he's like, "I'm actually looking for expanding some business into America." And he's like, "I was like, oh," he's like, "Yeah, like along rodeo lines." And I'm like, "Ooh, okay, apparently this guy really wants to go into the rodeo."
yeah.
Should I tell him, or does someone else want to jump on that?
But now you're talking about the actual, public bath is what you're talking about.
Yeah.
I've never been to those because I've always had a house, but I was talking more about the onsen or the hot spring spa type of thing. I've been to those before. Yeah. But no, it's an interesting place. It's very peaceful. Everyone has money, so there's no crime, no trouble. It's a good place to raise a family, really.
Nice.
Is it true? Is it true that they have like these sort of venues where Japanese businessmen, like those corporate types, go in there and they pay women to speak to them? No,
yeah.
sorry. So like they talk to the women and the women just pretend they go like, oh, like they pretend they're really interested in what they're saying. And just for like an hour they do this and then they leave. There's no.
Yeah, Hooters is in every country.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah.
I think he's talking about
Self-esteem
geishas.
thing.
No, I know what he's talking
usually
about.
over here. No, over here in the West, there's usually a happy finish, but there, no.
No, well, if you go to like Kabukicho or something like that in Tokyo, you can find what you're talking about. Of course, they're called soap lands here in Japan. They're only in the red light districts, but what you're talking about is called a snack, which is a weird name. But they're little places. You go in, you pay for extremely overpriced whiskey, and you sit and drink. And you get these little girls to sit there and act like they like you and love you, and they'll every now and then they'll bounce up and do a little jump, going to get something for you, and they'll show you their panties and. Yep, that's about it.
Yeah.
Absolute waste of time. Yes.
It's crazy, huh?
Yeah. The problem is I've actually had to go into several of them because Japanese businessmen do business meetings in them. So it's like, because it's annoying as hell to me.
A trend I think us Americans should adopt, honestly.
I don't know, dude. I mean,
Is that when you were bouncing? You had to go in there?
oh no. That's about a strip club is an actual strip club. These are nowhere near there. These are tamed things. I don't know why they do it, but Japanese like two things. They like the tease and they like the creepy. It's just kind of the culture. So I don't know.
Yeah, they go from 0 to 60 well fast.
Yeah,
right?
yeah. But I've unfortunately had many business meetings in those places, and oh well.
And the thing with the like the vending machines with the panties, is that for real?
Once again, that's kind of a Tokyo thing. I've never seen them outside of that. Although they do have, I've never actually checked them out, but they do have these curtained vending machine areas that I think you can buy like pornographic stuff, or I'm not really sure, but they do have that, and by law you have to keep it covered from the public eye. So they kind of like curtain them. But they do have something like that over here, yeah.
Do they have a bunch of car races going on where everyone's drifting into each other?
Never. Japanese are the slowest, most boring drivers in the world, dude.
I actually have a question for
drifting
Mr.
everywhere.
Muerto about his work. If we can get back to the original topic.
Please
Not
do.
talking about. So with your depictions I'm seeing here, it's a lot of the not to be rude, but like box standard real monsters. So you got wolfmen, you have zombies, you have witches and whatnot. Did you ever consider going more for the outlandish type things? So like Wendigos. I don't know what the Choctaw word for it is, but I think it's a Kittawump. The more kind of
Wendigos,
Jersey Devils.
Never heard of the Kittawump, but those other two you mentioned, the Wendigo and the Jersey Devil, for sure.
Okay.
They don't feature in chapter 1, but in chapter 2, there's a Yeti that
Okay.
It features prominently.
Because I've noticed that with a lot of monster type things, they always go the pretty basic, not to be rude, but vanilla monster. The Kittywump is basically it's a weird spidery looking woman. Do you know what a Baba Yaga is?
Yeah, actually, there's a movie that came out recently. No, Baba Yaga.
Yeah, it's originally a Russian kind of crone that snatches away children for being bad. It's like it's female boogeyman. A Kittywump is kind of the same thing. It's a southern bayou creature, as far as I know. But yeah, I just thought it was kind of interesting that were you planning on doing that or?
I was planning on initially to restrict it very conservatively to the Halloween themed monsters. Keep it in the
Michael
the
Myers.
main. Just the main. And like sort of like veer off of the fantasy type monsters or even the mythological ones a lot. Like I don't want any cyclopses and things.
No, you want the classic monsters. Yeah, that's cool.
And leprechauns and hobgoblins or kobolds, ogre. Well, I do have one ogre. There's one exception to this.
You gotta have an ogre.
The school chef is an ogre, Charlene.
All right, I'm happy. Is he a big old fat? Is he a big old fat ogre with a big old gut hanging out?
No, it's a she. But yeah, she's huge. She's huge.
Good.
Yeah, we saw. We looked at it
never
on
trust
the
a skinny
Indiegogo page.
cook, even if it's an ogre.
That's true. Yeah,
It's
always trust the
it's on the
mascot.
page. If you can show him.
Yeah, I will. I'll bring it up right now.
Yeah. Cool.
Yeah, she helps him out by giving him with brains.
Yeah,
right.
And Junkyard Don in the chat has actually said that they cracked down on those dirty vending machines about 10 years ago. Well, there you go. Let me find it.
I just didn't want this stream to get pulled by YouTube for discussing that.
Don't worry, we've
talked about vending machines.
Oh, yeah.
I'm sure we've discussed far worse.
Oh, we have. Ink Spots is here. I mean, we've done much worse.
Yeah.
But there she is. Sega.
Sega.
That's a cool looking character. Definitely looks like an ogre
Miss
too.
Sega.
Yes. Gigantic breasts that will kill you.
My favorite kind.
Your favorite kind, of course. That's true.
Yeah.
Sweet. All right. Let me come back up and check the chat real quick. All right, we have this going on. Awesome. Hey, Jennifer's in here. Hey, Jennifer. She says classic monsters. Yeah, I agree. I think it's pretty cool. Yep, I'm caught up on that. So, Booster, I'm going to make some coffee. So you know what that means, right?
Oh shit.
Booster's
I
in
have to
charge.
make conversation with people.
Well, you have.
What time is it? If you're making coffee, is it morning right now?
It is almost 1:30 in the afternoon.
Oh.
Yeah.
All right, Booster, you're in charge. Take over.
Oh shit. Okay, I don't have any material prepared right now, so I'm gonna have to wing it, boys. I apologize.
Just fucking wing it.
Just fucking. Did you steal my F-bomb?
Oh damn.
It's not yours now.
You already said that earlier.
I just want to say it's quite impressive that you managed to grab anything from you, since what I've heard, you have quite the unctuous form.
Oh.
Wait, what does that mean? What does unctuous mean?
Unctuous?
I've never heard this word. I'm Googling
Really? Oil drenched.
Unctuous. What?
When something is oil drenched, it's unctuous.
Yeah, see, that's just a disgusting rumor that Chester spreads about me. I'll have you know, I am completely dry and disgusting and sandy right now.
Oh, wow.
So you're not moist?
Not even remotely moist. Nah.
He said the cursed word.
Moist.
Rob, is there any
Moist.
words that you people use around you that you're just like, oh no? Any cursed words for you?
Meshuggah.
Meshuggah?
I don't
Curse
know.
word.
That's
No,
what-
I'm
Do
not-
you mean like
I'm
the?
not-
Do you mean like the band Meshuggah or?
Oh yeah,
I think he means the Jewish word for nonsense, which is
yeah. I
meshuggah,
thought I was doing Yiddish.
Yiddish.
Oh.
which is yeah.
I was
No,
thinking
but
of
we were talking about oiled up, and it made me remember this word called eliothecium, which is
Can you
what
speak
the
any
ancient.
other languages, Booster?
Well, I'm Portuguese actually.
I speak English and Anglish.
Hold on. You were saying about Elysian or
Eliothecium was what the ancient Romans used to. They used to have like a room. The wealthy citizens used to have typically a room in their states where they like like a bunch of muscled up dudes would slaves would rub them with oils and
Of
that was
course,
it. It was just
of course.
step into my eliothecium and you have like two dudes rubbing you with oil.
I want that job.
I just imagine like hedonism bot from Futurama being like, "We shall retire to the dog room."
Those guys have the coolest accents.
Yeah, that's right. That was hilarious.
I always like doing that when I do that voice because apparently I can do it really well, and I've actually gone and ordered coffee that way. And there's people who actually think I'm like hedonism bot, or I do like voice acting, and they're like, "Were you voice?" Well, yeah, I did voice acting like for a while, but it was mostly because I was making weird voices to myself in the back of a bar, and some guy was like, "Hey, will you come? Can we come put a microphone to that?"
Well, you nailed it. Yeah.
You did.
I used to work. Sci-Fi Channel did one where they basically put me in a room and they're like, "We just need a stereotypical demon voice." So I just went outside and smoked a big old fat cigar and came back in and just read my lines. They're like, "That's amazing! How do you do that?" I'm like, "I inhale."
It's with Sci-Fi Channel.
Yeah, it was this really weird. It was an Alien versus Predator ripoff, but like they changed it just enough to get past copyright. I think it was like Hunter versus something, and it was like a total Alien versus Predator ripoff.
Oh yeah, I know that movie, Hunter versus something. Yeah, that's my favorite.
And one of the sounds the alien makes, it's like an alien spider thing, was just either me shrieking into a bottle of water or blowing air between a gap in my teeth, and it could make this hissing noise. And they're like, "We love it."
You just like stumble upon that job.
Yeah, I literally was in. So I used to live in Spokane, Washington, which has a big furry presence. In fact, the annual conference is there every year, and so
sorry to hear that.
Well, I'm not gonna lie. I know screw the furries, but like, you know what? Whenever I went there, I never really had issues with them. They were all pretty decent people. They were pretty chill.
There's worse things in Seattle.
Yeah, it was just
Being a furry.
it was their annual conference. It wasn't like the actual like big promotional thing. But we went there and I was in a bar and it was like a drink and draw thing, and I just happened to be stumbling with my friend and I was making voices for a comedy routine. It was called Spoke Comedy. And this guy kind of popped up with me after the show and he's like, "Hey, would you be interested in doing voice acting for, basically," he's like, "We can't pay you much, but we'll give you some cash." And I'm like, "Fuck yeah." And I'm like, "Heck yeah, I'm drunk as crap. I can't do nothing." Like, "Yeah, just give me an address." And
No, you
shut
can
up an
cuss as
hour.
much as you want because
Anything for cash.
Chester's not here, so we can cuss all along. But I'm
No, I
supposed to
didn't know.
enforce it and say no, you're not allowed to. But
I don't want
just
to trigger the. I've actually had my.
No, don't worry. Okay, don't worry about triggering the YouTube stuff here.
Okay.
If you just
I-
say it
I
in that
had
one
YouTube.
voice that you were doing earlier, then I don't think it counts if you swear.
Oh, gotcha. There was one I think I did. Oh god, they just got me up on stage and like, "Can you do like a super effeminate tour guide?" And I was like, "Hello and aloha. My name is Tyler." And they're like, "Perfect." They're like, "Can you do like an old man?" I'm like, "I'm so fucking tired of these kids, damn kids running around the block. Where's my cigarette? I need a cigarette. Where's my damn pipe?" Oh yeah, it was just great. Like, and then eventually, they got all they needed. And they're just like seeing exactly how far they can push your broke butt, and like, "Hey, let's see if we can make him do this noise."
Were you still drunk when you were doing those?
You know what? I showed up hungover, and then I asked if I could smoke in the recording booth. because because I said like this. Yeah, if it's for a role. So one of the voices I had to do was a gruff, decaying Russian, and they're like, yeah, if you need to get your voice down that low, you can smoke a cigar if it helps you, but you can't like just sit there and pop a pack of Marbs. So eventually, I had a whiskey flask in my jacket that was still full, so I just started. I just was getting drunk in this recording studio and doing voice acting work. And I made $300 that day.
There you go.
Right?
Money.
I would love to make money.
Dude, I'm a starving college dude, so don't worry. Hang on.
That was boring. Stop. No, I'm just kidding.
I would like you to produce better material.
All right. So, did Booster do a good job?
No.
Oh, excellent.
Totally.
Totally.
He just let one guy go on and on about himself, and it was horrible.
Sorry.
He filled the dead air. It's all right. I just let him go on about it. I didn't have anything to contribute.
Booster just said mind yourselves while drinking.
Man.
I'm a co-host for a reason, baby.
This is true. So we're good. Well, you're not a co-host then. You're an underhost. How about that? But I'll start over here and shortly show each person as we go along and take it off the roaming and white boxing. So Zach, you are white boxed. Beautiful looking piece you got here today, dude. Now, Rob, can you do me a favor and tell me? We have the Wolfman, which we've talked about extensively. But who's the girl? What exactly? What kind of monster is she?
She's a vampire as well, but. She's a different species of vampire than Drake. She's a Strigoi, whereas Drake is an Nosferatu, which is the oldest, most prestigious breed of vampire.
I see.
And the strongest, fastest, they're the most powerful.
Well, what's going on with her hair or her head?
Her hair are more like appendages, like similar to the Asari in Mass Effect, I suppose.
Oh, I see. Are they prehensile?
Well, when she gets angry, they sort of lift up like one of those weird, those weird lizards that.
Yeah, like a crest. Yeah.
Yes, exactly.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah.
That is cool. There you go. Interesting. Now we do have a lot of monsters in here, and we got the Wolfman. We got a couple different kind of vampires. We got zombie. What other kind of monsters are being represented in your world?
Well, we were just speaking about that actually. There's all in the first chapter. We're gonna sort of restrict ourselves to the conventional Halloween creepy themed.
Sure.
Monster, but we'll expand a bit more as the property progresses.
I see.
And in chapter 2, I was mentioning that there's one particular character that's a Yeti that's introduced and
a Yeti.
Prominent.
There we go. Well, we have a Promethean here that Sheldon is actually working on. What other things did we go to see in the first book? So we got werewolves, vampire, two kind of vampires, zombies, Prometheans, a possible Yeti. What else?
Well, you have a Chupacabra that's Sanchez the Chupacabra that's in there that was being drawn by I think who was drawing him? Was it Ink? Ink, you were drawing him, right?
What was it? Earlier, I drew that earlier.
Yeah.
I thought it was some kind of lizard.
Yeah, I mean,
that's what I thought it was.
And what else do we have?
Is the brown guy a golem?
The brown guy?
Yeah, he looks like a golem.
Yeah, he is. Yeah, that's exactly what he is. Sorry.
Oh, sweet.
He's the brown guy, the clay guy. Yeah, he's made it.
Yeah.
And he's an Orthodox Jew. That's why he's got the kippah.
Yeah, I was afraid to ask because Chester's here. So.
Yeah.
Shalom.
What is that supposed to mean?
You know what it means.
You know what it means.
I think you know what it means, Chester.
Well,
that's
Nothing's on the trains, are we? Early? I have to get my coffee so I can put them on the trains on time.
It's true. That is true. But we have witches, of course, to completely ignore him. Who is this kind of yellow blobby thing with it? It's a type of vampire, I guess. Okay. We got a cyclops over here. I see a cyclops.
You see a cyclops? I did. Yeah, that's actually something I wanted to stay away from. But you know, in the background, you're always going to see crazy monsters. But yeah, I wanted to stay away from the mythological type monsters in this chapter.
And we do have a
Oh,
golem.
you got
yes.
something against cyclopses, I see. All right.
Now, the Kong, he's a gorilla, but he's also a monster. So I'm assuming we're taking it off of the King Kong thing. We also have a creature from the
How
Black
do you know it's
Lagoon.
not Donkey Kong?
It could be. It could be. We
Yeah.
have a creature from the Black Lagoon. I'm assuming here.
Yeah, but we don't call it that.
What do you call it?
A swamper.
Swamper. Oh, sweet. There you go. That's
Oh,
cool.
you
Is,
know what?
is it wrong of me to say I thought he was gonna say it's the creature from the urban lagoon?
Oh.
Meh, 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 meh.
And there's a bit of that going on, but
I don't get it.
but
I'm
he has
going to hell.
he has the cane. You know, like he sports a cane. If you notice.
I saw that. Yeah.
And people thought that was some kind of like ghetto fabulous, fashion appendage, but no, it's actually he needs it because his species of monster are photosensitive, and any setting brighter than an underground cave, it's like they have a tough time seeing. So that's why he uses that cane.
Oh, I see. Oh, that's interesting.
Walk around, you know.
Yeah. I remember the 80s. There were people with canes. I remember.
He's differently able, Chester.
Uh-huh.
Differently able.
That's true.
I'd like a cane. I think I'd look.
And if we go back, I do recall in the 70s there was these people they called pimps, and they had canes too.
Also, gimps.
Oh,
have
yeah.
canes.
I have gimps too. Yeah, that's true. That's true.
Gimps.
I could say something right now, but oh god, it would definitely get us banned on YouTube.
Just say it. That's what I do.
They would have to
Just
see
say
me
it.
off permanently.
No.
Now Ink Spots is working on a second piece here. I'm liking it though, Ink. It looks good, man.
Yeah. I don't know what I'm
Second
doing.
piece.
Just
Dang,
drawing
that's
stuff.
fast.
That looks good though. Now keep in mind, guys, you got 30 minutes left, and looks like everybody's pretty much on top of it. Although Sheldon, keep in mind you do have 30 minutes, dude.
Okay.
All right, and we got Eric over here is working on some cool stuff. Looks nice. I do like what Eric's
Thank
doing
you,
here
sir.
today. We got the Surfer Bro. It's awesome. Rodimus is on his 12th piece, so that's nice.
Show off.
I have to give props to Eric for giving Eddie a pair of Vans.
Well, thank you.
Yeah, I mean, actually, I usually have him wearing Doc Martens, but Vans is a perfect fit as well.
Available
Yeah, I
to
grew
store
up in the
near you.
80s.
Yeah, sure. Very, very nice,
I
dude.
don't know if anyone wanted to see that.
Yeah, no, go put it back up, gentlemen, please.
Sure.
Ooh, we've added some stuff. We got a desk with books on it. We got a chart in the back, and I think if it was Ink Spots, I think that skirt would be hiked up a little bit, but that's all right. That's all right.
Hanging out.
Oh no.
So I will put this on there for anybody who is seeking me for commissions. I do not do anything past PG-13 commissions. I do not do smut. So.
Oh, okay.
Sorry.
Ink Spots will do smut. He's not beyond that. John Dillard loves smut. So if you guys want to get
He'll
I'm
only
too
draw
good
that
for
in fact.
smut. I'm too good for smut.
No, you're not,
Oh,
dude.
it's-
No, you're
Actually,
not, dude.
It was
I'm too good for smut.
we used to write for a site.
No porn.
My friends
You're
and I made a
filthy.
site for Gamer News called Coin Drop, and we actually started doing commissions. And
Yeah.
we started off with doing art, and a lot of people liked it from a St. Jude stream where we were putting off art, and a lot of people bought it.
Uh-huh.
And then out of nowhere, they asked, like, I had this one guy's like, "Do you do commissions?" I'm like, "Yeah, I'll do some commissions. Like, toss me some money." And I'm in college, so bear with me for time lapse. And I went to bed, and I woke up the next morning to go to the gym. and just a slew of like draw Vicar Amelia naked, draw the Sonic the Hedgehog ones, obviously. Draw
furries,
My Little Pony.
Furries,
of like the 145 requests I got, I think maybe 13 of them were not sexually based.
Oh wow! Well, you do realize
I was just like, nope.
You do realize you just triggered ink spots, though. You triggered ink spots horribly.
Good. He takes pride in his smut.
He does, dude.
Let the hate flow through
Talk down to him.
Use your anger, ink spots.
I don't want to live in a world where I can't draw a shriveled cock.
Oh my god.
Oh, there it goes. There it goes. Yeah.
I tell you what, next time I'll draw a GIMP for you, just for you ink spots, since that's like sexually repressed but still sexual.
Yeah, there you go. There you go. Yeah.
Well, super bad drawings.
There's Chester. Let me ask you something. There's a drawn and quartered pro version.
Yeah.
Oh,
That's
interesting.
right. Well, no. Basically, what happened was Mike Miller, Mike S. Miller, to be more specific, the DC guy. He has his own channel, Blacklist Universe, and he started the idea of Drawn and Quartered, and we thought it was a cool idea, so we did our amateur version, which is Drawn and Quartered Fan Edition, and we created a relationship between us and Mike, and basically the winner of this show. Which at the end we're going to have a straw poll. Also, keep in mind, guys, I hope you're drawing along, and definitely go over to Twitter and put that on hashtag DNQFE, hashtag DNQFE, and we'll take a look at it at the end. But whoever wins the show gets a guaranteed seat. We hold one seat every week on the Pro Edition, and they go over there and they are able to compete with these professionals. And of course, what Mike usually does is he steals our good artists and will let them come back. He's an absolute bastard, but we love him.
He let us have Zachary Bradley this week, though.
He did. We
We
love
beat
him,
him.
though. We love Mike. Mike's awesome. Love you,
Yeah,
Mike.
of course.
Kisses.
Stop saying artists.
Whatever.
Yeah. But no, actually, Mike's really cool, and he's only yelled at me once or twice, and it's usually something Booster or Ink Spots or something like that does. But that's all right. I'll take it.
Hey, he mentioned you last night, Chester.
What?
Yeah.
How?
He said, "Yeah, that fan edition, that guy I can't remember his name, but I had lunch with him in Japan. What was his name?"
Yeah, did he? Yeah, the bastard. All right.
That's how he mentioned you.
Screw you, Mike.
Oh, the frick.
Yeah. He does get his ire up though, because Edwin does it. Edwin's the one that does it, because Edwin will sit and make throw some shade at him a little bit, and use me as the shade target for some reason, and it just you can see Mike's brow just frilling and wrinkling all around. He's angry. Like he was on
Ultimate Edition.
The Ultimate Edition. Oh my God, that pissed him off. But that's okay. I mean, of course, we are joking, and we're happy that people get a chance, because Mike's show gets a lot more views than this one does. So it's better exposure for the people, and I'm glad to have a relationship. We're having a lot of fun with it, and we love doing this show. We get to see some really
Tank
cool
won
art.
last night.
Did he? Oh,
Yeah.
Tank's badass.
Oh, we better not hear from Mike about that.
Why? Tank's a really good artist, dude.
Why the fans coming in and winning?
We've won many times.
We did
actually.
not rig it.
No.
I mean, I'm just happy
We
to have met
disavow it.
someone who has such a good. I mean, just overall, I'm kind of excited for this work. Going into this, I learned nothing about this comic, and I'm very much interested in jumping on with it for Indiegogo. I've always been a really big supporter of people from outside the comic books industry coming in and just giving better graphic novels. I've always found that indie writers, indie developers, and just indie folks ultimately just deliver a better product in my eyes more times than not.
And that's actually provable. We do support the Indie Revival over here. We have people like Rob on all the time to show their product off. And one thing we can definitely say is overall, in the past 2 years of this beginning of the Indie Revival, and all the books that have come out, a lot of books have come out. It's the small-time guys, the supposed amateurs that are putting together really solid books and delivering more so than the pros have. More consistently anyway, and I'm not putting Doug Tenaple in that, because Doug is absolutely knocked it out of the park. And we're really happy to be part of that and doing it as well, dude. We think it's cool.
And props to you, Rob, for taking on the Monster High School idea and then making a very good point to not allow a lot of humanoids into it and to really strike out against the common trend. Because, yeah, I actually went and looked up Monster High School, and I was very concerned with what I saw.
Yeah.
Yeah, terrible. I
Some
hate to
weird-
say it, but it's terrible, and it's
No, you're...
Wasn't that part of a Girls Dolls line?
Yeah,
Yeah,
well,
Yeah, it
it's-
is.
I'll
Yeah.
tell you-
Yeah.
But I'll tell you why. Because when did I get this idea? Was it way back during the Twilight frenzy? And I think Mattel were like thinking, well, Twilight's a big sensation. It seems as if little girls seem to like monsters as well. We thought it was just boys, but I guess girls like it. And since Barbie's our sort of cash cow, we'll go do this Monster High, and we'll make it appeal towards tween girls.
Yeah.
And
Disgusting.
they did. Yeah, but at the time, I had the strict Monster High. I was very excited about it. Thought it was gonna, sell like hotcakes because of the strength of the idea. And then once Mattel came out with it, it was a big punch to the gut because not only were they using the exact same name and premise, but the execution of it seemed to me to be so almost sacrilegious, because this is something that can have like universal appeal. I feel, high school is a universally relatable element. Everybody's been in high school. I think it's the most relatable thing you can think of.
I was
No
there.
one
I
in here
just
has been in high
repress
school.
it.
Pardon?
I said I've been to high school. I just repressed the memories.
Oh. Right. Yeah. And I just have to say, offhand, Mike Miller, it wasn't lunch, it was dinner, and I paid for it. All right, go ahead.
Of course he did.
That was bothering you, huh?
Yeah, well,
There's such thing as a free lunch.
go ahead.
Yeah,
I'm sorry.
Waiting all day to tell Chester about that.
So, Rob, have you ever considered maybe just the idea that if Tales from the Classroom takes off and becomes bigger than Monster High for jumping for the rights on it, like maybe putting some Easter eggs in there, trying to like sneak it away in a clandestine manner?
Put some Easter eggs regarding Monster High.
Yeah, just like maybe like put in there like a little
Like
Easter
some
egg.
pigs?
It's like this is the real Monster High.
Oh no way! I don't want it. I want to avoid like litigation as much as
Well,
possible.
sure, absolutely, yeah.
They did their own thing and power to them, but now it's time to do my own thing. And actually, like at the time, I consulted with somebody that has since became my friend, but that represented Hasbro. And they're Mattel's primary competitor, and he's the one that sort of pushed me to do this. And he said, I really like it. Just go ahead, do your own thing. Call it something completely different. Don't call it Zombie High or Ghoul High or any of this.
Mm-hmm.
So I had to come up with an. What am I going to call it? And that evokes the monster theme, and the monstrous theme.
I have
And
a
also the
question.
high-
I have a question, Rob. I got a question. You sound like James Taylor, and you look like Frank Zappa. Are you their secret unknown love child?
Oh,
I didn't want to say. You're right.
I sound like James Taylor. That's a good thing.
It
I
is
don't
a
know
good
about
thing.
Frank Zappa, but-
Yeah, you look like Frank, dude.
Don't know Frank Zappa?
No, I know who he is, but I don't know if that's a good thing or a bad thing. It's
Oh, dude,
yeah.
I love. Well,
I'll
I
take
mean,
it.
for us
Take the
old
compliment.
souls on
Take the
here,
compliment.
I have a Frank Zappa record sitting on my record desk right now. But for the young kids out there, before the invention of mumble rap, there's this thing called music. It was good.
Uh-huh.
And there was a great artist named Frank Zappa, and he had
Frank
two children, one named Dweezil and the other named Moon Unit.
That's right.
Yeah.
Dweezil and Moon
Ahmed.
Unit.
Yeah,
And
I mean, he's a legend.
and Rob
James Taylor.
Muerto, I think.
How did you come up with the name Rob Muerto?
Well, it's a nod to our pal Rob Zombie, the Rob part, and then Muerto means dead in Spanish. So,
Yes, yeah, that's right. How do you say it in Portuguese?
Morto.
So almost the same. Cool. Rock on. Let me come back through here and just kind of show them off again. And I've been kind of letting it roam free today, but we definitely want to come back in. Now, Zach would look like he was finished, but then he decided he was going to add another character. I do love that witch, though, man. That witch is badass. It's really cool. It's an interesting take of how to do a witch that has no human aspect to it. Very cool. Sheldon is working on getting his ink in there and detailing it out. That's pretty nice.
I don't know how you guys are so fast.
Oh, these guys are lightning fast, dude. Especially El Rodimus. But we'll come over here to Keenma, and she's got her piece pretty much done. I think she's just kind of putting some depth into it. And boy, is it beautiful. That is a really good piece, Keenma.
Thank you.
Yeah. I love it. I love it how we have the girls come on, because we've had many girls come on and draw here, and they just absolutely kick ass.
It's different. I'm not used to this style.
It looks good though, because Siege was one that really impressed me too when she came. Of course, Mike has stolen her now, but Siege was out of nowhere, just bam, dude, really good stuff. But I'm liking it. We got Ink Spots is working on a second piece, which I don't know. I think I might like this one better. The first piece was really good too, though. But this is beautiful. And of course, we have Zale here. And can you put your camera on real quick?
Yeah, just give me 2 secs.
2 what?
Seconds.
2 secs.
I'll see
I said
you
2 secs.
after class. Ooh.
Oh
Hey,
my.
And she has her broom with a cock ring on it. Is that suggestive?
Oh.
Yeah,
no.
that's what I'm talking
So,
about.
I'm glad you picked that up because I was like,
Wow.
how can I draw the broom end of a witch's broom to look as much like a cock and balls as possible? And I was
Yeah,
like,
yeah.
"Oh,
no.
See, he's got some love for you, Ink.
She's more of a sadomasochist, so you're getting the cock ring and the chastity belt.
Oh, there you go.
I disavow all of this.
Of course you do. And of course
What's
we
on
have.
the-
Even
what's on the
I
board?
wouldn't hit that.
Oh,
You know what?
you lie,
she's
sir.
what's known.
You lie.
She's what's known as a sack lunch. All right.
I was gonna say a 230 dirty. Yeah.
Oh, jeez, you people are disgusting. So Eric is got his
I don't even
piece
know what
here.
those things are.
You don't even know that
Have
he's
you-
such an innocent boy.
I never heard of the sayings.
You've
Oh,
never
really?
heard of that? Well, you see.
Sack luncher. What?
You
that
ever
from
heard
the
of
80s?
Butterface?
A butterface, yeah. Everything
Sack
butterface.
lunch. Okay, yep.
Well,
I mean,
I know
actually, I would
Butterface is-
argue that Rob, in his infinite wisdom, has provided her no face, so she's already brown bagging the start.
Oh God, you guys are
Whoa,
horrible.
like-
See,
it-
Rob
clever.
knows what's up. Rob's like, I know there's gonna be some filthy degenerates out there that are gonna bastardize this into a
Yep.
hornswoggling. Let's
Yep.
just save them the
I
time.
can't wait
There you
till
go.
fans draw us.
More terminology.
We
And
need to warn people what they get themselves into before they come
we
into
do.
this.
We really do.
We-
Yeah, and the thing is, you guys do realize that one of the things I do have to thank Booster for is over the past year or so, he's taught me all kind of dirty words that I didn't know.
I have.
He has.
Yeah.
The most
I'm pretty
kiwiest
disgusting.
words.
He taught me what
Yeah.
grinder means.
No, that's fake news. You have fake news. I only heard of it from a friend of mine.
I thought that's where the two of you met.
Maybe it could be. It could be. We're looking at Eric's thing here.
I mean, I taught your entire audience what the word unctuous means while you were on break. So.
Unctuous, very nice. That's a good word.
Unctuous.
Booster is unctuous. That is true.
Yeah. I had to Google that.
Really?
You had to Google it.
Yeah.
Oh well.
Unctuous.
But now, Booster, we've been sitting here waiting for a long time. We only got ourselves about 16 minutes left, and we still haven't seen your Ezra version of these monsters. What's going on, dude?
Oh shit! Did you want something from? I've been playing Pokemon.
You bastard! Of course you're supposed to do something.
Oh shit. Let me put up something real quick. All right.
right.
I'll draw you up something nice.
Focus on it. Focus. We got to have our MS Paint.
Yeah, you gotta spank that naughty boy.
Oh no! Oh no!
gotta
Oh no! Oh no!
spank 'em.
But Rodimus, dude, you've done so many today, man.
3-ish, maybe.
Oh, it's crazy. I
Yeah,
keep
no big
seeing,
I had to
like,
do the ape because I saw the ape late and it's like, oh my god, there's a gorilla. Got to do it.
Yeah,
You
it
gotta
is
do a
cool,
gorilla,
man.
yeah.
Yeah, that's true.
you're gonna run out of characters.
Probably not a good idea.
They all look great, by the way.
Yeah, Dina says
So-
Chester lives in Japan, but somehow he's not a weeb. You do realize most Japanese are not weebs, right? Model 3.
You know, I did not know that either. When I went over there for the short time I was over there with the SDF, I was honestly like, holy crap! Like, you guys don't seem like anime is just like a normal casual hobby over there. It's not like Americanized as it is this ways.
What's
Yeah.
a weeb?
Booster,
What is it?
explain
That's
what a
what
weeb
Chester
is,
is.
please. Go ahead.
Well, a weeb is a white person who's way too obsessed with Japanese crap.
Well, they don't have to be just white. I've seen some black ones too, and Latino ones. I've seen them.
Black dudes love Dragon Ball Z.
They
There's
do,
something about
dude.
it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But no, you know, the funny thing is, most of your Western people's image of Japan is actually Tokyo. It's not Japan at all. So
It's the pop
but
culture, Japan.
it's the Tokyo culture. Yeah, for
Yeah,
sure. Because they're a
it's
bunch
like
of
the
degenerates.
California of Japan.
Yeah, exactly.
Mhm.
Exactly. Yeah.
There you go.
Yeah, Lady Death. Dina
all
wants us to do
deplorable.
Lady Death. That could be cool. That could be cool.
Well,
Big hair.
Yeah, big
She only
hair,
wants
big
that
other
because
things.
she'll win. She only wants Lady Death because she'll win. That's
Yeah,
why
Yeah,
that's
maybe.
true.
That's true.
why.
Yeah.
Gina doesn't need to
I
Every
mean,
time
we
it's
could
a woman,
always-
she just wins.
We could always do a Hellraiser theme next time, and then if she wins, we all lose.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Mortal V is
Whoa.
agreeing. Siege is incredible, dude. She is badass. Yeah. Joshua
We
says,
should
"Don't
do a
forget
Hellraiser
Cat's
Okay,
really
I'm done,
clean lines."
Chester.
Oh God, that was fast. Joshua, you're
Yeah.
absolutely right. Kat is amazing. We haven't seen her in a while. We got to get her in here. She's great, dude. Model 3 says Kat is better than Siege, but she doesn't talk and entertain the people. That's a fair point. But I think they both have interesting qualities. I'll get you in a minute,
Being
Booster.
bullies in there.
A little bit, but not really. You can go either way. I think they're both awesome. You got Model V. I haven't seen Kat in a while. John Diller's still teasing her. Well, she's friends with John, so I don't think there's a problem. Kat's hands entertain the people enough, right? She gets so mad at me when I do that. Booster and Chester Grinder. There you go. Hey, poor Kat. Now we love Kat. We'd love to have her come back on. Okay, Booster, let me come see what kind of nonsense you're doing.
Okay, well, it took me like 2 minutes to draw, so don't judge me, okay?
Okay. Oh my God.
So this is Ezra in the dunce cap. I kind of got the zombie thing for him because he has like no pupils or anything.
Uh-huh.
Yeah. So
Beautiful. I love the line
Yeah.
work.
Yeah, but there's
Thank you, yeah.
It's not like creepy. You have to have like the hairy legs
You
and
need
the
to be
bulge. and-
spooky.
Yeah.
And I'll make. How can I make it spookier from here?
I don't know.
That's fine.
I think it's usually the some kind of
eyes
weird
go-
shape.
wait, wait.
Wow, no,
Uh-oh.
blackface on Israel. Let's not.
Oh
do that.
no!
Let's not
Oh
do that.
no! Oh no! I disavow that.
Disavow.
We have found the line.
We have found the line. Yeah,
Uh,
absolutely.
Oh no!
13 minutes left, guys. Rob, you've come on here and you've been
Big
inundated
soulless
by the
eyes.
absolute degeneracy that is Ink Spots. And I'm kind of curious, have you enjoyed yourself, sir?
Yes, I've loved it so far. It's been a blast seeing the different takes on Tales from the Classroom's characters and yeah, I'm not going to pick any favorites, but you know, I love them all equally actually.
Yeah, they're pretty cool. And we're not going to ask you to do that. We're going to ask the chat to
That's
do
what your
that.
parents say right before they abandon you.
Oh, wow.
I gotta go to bed.
Yeah, right. But this is, of course, the chat's job. We will be dropping a straw poll when we're done. But of course, before I do that, I'll go through and look at everybody's art very clearly so you can see it and make your decision. But what we will do is go into the draw along on Twitter, which is at hashtag DNQFE. And we will take a look at the offers in there. And we will be asking you, Rob, to choose one of the draw alongs as your favorite, however. Not one of the panelists here, not one of the artists competing, but the draw along. But we'll get to that later in about 11 minutes. So sweet. And I have to say, I'm really happy with the art today. There's some really cool stuff in here. Inkspot's absolutely brought it twice. Keenma's killing it. El Rodimus is killing it. Eric, everybody's killing it, dude. Sheldon put on some really cool stuff.
I'm struggling.
It's cool though, dude. It looks really good. Azale did an interesting piece as well, and of course Zach is always dominating as usual. But yeah, it's beautiful, man. Beautiful stuff.
Thank you.
Yeah.
You definitely got the spirit down pat with Coach Frank and Rob and that dynamic, you know.
Oh, no, it looks good, dude. Yeah, it does. Now, what part of the world are you hailing from, Rob?
Myself, Portugal.
So you do live in Portugal. Now,
I do, yes.
Yeah. Now I know I asked you that question before, but you've obviously visited the States.
Yeah, I mean, I lived there for a decade.
Oh well, there you go. And
are comics big over there? Because there's a few indie guys that are from there.
Oh yeah.
So
Portugal,
real big. Yeah.
No, it's not. It's not a huge deal. It's not.
Oh really?
No, it's a very niche sort of hobby.
Yeah, but not too far away from you, France. The comic books are absolutely huge over there.
They're huge, yeah. I mean, but France is much, also because France is much bigger than Portugal, so
True.
Yeah.
True.
The industry's bigger.
What about Italy though? Italy puts out some really good comic book artists and comic books, but is it a big mainstream thing? Comic books over there?
It's not. I would rank France first, Spain second, and then Italy.
Oh, well, there you go. And where's Britain in that mix?
And the Germans just like building machines and stuff.
It's true. It's true. Yeah.
We are very simple people.
Yeah, very simple, very, very objective. Yeah.
We like the Scheiße one.
So Britain doesn't really kind of get into the thinking then on it, huh?
Oh well, with I mean, I was thinking of continental Europe, but of course Britain. Yeah.
Oh, so basically Europe is already Brexited Brexit. Awesome. That's good to know.
Yeah. Well, they always fancy themselves as separate, so I also do, to be frank.
Yeah. Well, what do you think about that? I mean, I'm not interested in political comment. I'm just curious. How do you like being part of the EU? Is it overall a handy thing, or is it? Would you rather just be a separate country? What do you think about that?
I think that it's a very handy thing in terms of being able to travel to and fro with not much incidents and. It used to be a big process, It used to be like going anywhere else in another country, where you have to do like 3-hour lines and get visas and all that. So that's it's much simpler that way. But I think that the super state that Europe has become, the European bureaucratic giant, is infringing too much on people's. On nations' individual sovereignty, So that's my personal take on it. But
well, it sounds like it's the problem. It was created as a trade union, and they're trying to make it an actual thing, I get that argument. I do, and of course, being an American and all the Americans in here, we're kind of used to it. I mean, we're born into it because America is basically 50 countries working together as one. I mean, in essence.
That's right. I always say that the European project. They're trying to do the European Union, but it's stupid because there already is a European Union. It's called the United States.
Yeah.
Yeah, pretty much.
Yeah, but I mean, we've had a lot longer to figure it out. So
I do find it very interesting how much, especially in America, you hear so much on the news about Brexit, and then you kind of think to yourself for a moment and go, hold on, our economy has only really been the world's economy for I want to say since the 90s, really.
No, and you're kind of like, why think it really shifted in the 60s, but anyway.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, that's true. But I was like, why do I care about this? Like, and then you go and like look at all these news reports, like Brexit. And I was like, I'm sorry, I forgot. Do I live in England? Do I care about this?
Yeah.
Not gonna lie.
Yeah.
Why is this on the? What's the weather? What's the sports?
Well, they
Who won
used
the
to
hockey
talk
game?
about Brexit. Now all they talk about is Trump. I mean, God, man, those people can't get him out of their head, man. Yeah, it's similar for me too, though. When the Royals are doing something and the Royals are on the news in America, and it's like, why do we
Who
care?
cares?
That's very strange that they manage. I think the British are incredible at propaganda. You know?
Oh my God, they're masters. Yeah.
And selling their product as being, my experience. Listen, there's of course there's all types of British people, but for me, my experience is most of them are pretty rowdy and pretty sloppy and pretty dirty. You know, they're like when they come over here, they're like the football hooligans that set things up.
Sweet.
And they've and the way that they portray themselves in the media is like the tea sipping, oh, would you please, please,
I see. So they like Booster.
very posh types. Pardon, yeah, like
I don't care for that comment. No.
I said they like Booster.
No.
They finger their women
See,
with their pinky in the air.
They do. They do.
I've had this conversation with students of mine when I was teaching art classes for a high school class. There was a girl who was really big about, I think it was right when like the social justice thing really got really big. And this guy just, white people did this, and I was like, no, the British did that. The British occupied India, and she's like, no, the British are great. I'm like, and I was like, she's like, because I talk like this. I'm like, no, like 1% of British people talk like this.
Right.
The vast
right.
majority of British people talk like this. We're cognizant, we're uncultured.
Yeah, that's
What's
right.
a painting? What's a tapestry? Can I drink it?
Well, that's just offensive.
That is it, but it's true. It's true. But the thing that's
geez.
funny is the women love the sound of the Cockney man. They love the British sound. But when you have a girl come up sounding like that, boy, she just sounds like an idiot. It's weird.
I like it.
No,
I like it.
Of course you like it.
I
You're
like
a
it when a
degenerate.
nice-
singer, but she talks weird.
I like a
By the way,
filthy,
but
a
I'm
filthy
saying
whore
that-
with that accent.
Oh God, come on, Nick. Come on, dude.
No, come on, a filthy girl with that accent. Oh yeah, that's
No
Yeah,
way,
Whitechapel.
dude. No,
That does
God,
sound
no.
awesome. I'm not
No,
gonna
it
lie.
doesn't. It sounds horrible. Give me an Irish girl any day. Any day.
Come on, love, give us a gobby.
God, no, dude.
Yeah,
Ew.
it's a hobby.
Ew. 4 minutes, by the way. 4 minutes.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Oh, disgusting.
How much time we got left,
Disgusting.
Justin?
Huh?
How much time we got left?
3 minutes.
We have 4 minutes or
Oh,
3 minutes,
man.
but I'm done, so I'm having a smoke.
Yeah, no, that's all right.
Very-
Everyone seems to
very
be done.
therapeutic
Even
drags.
yeah,
That was the
Sheldon's even
Zippo
done.
I heard.
Oh yeah,
Yeah,
definitely.
if any of you have been hearing a weird metallic click and then a sucking sound, that's been me with my cigarette.
Oh, that wasn't Chester?
Yeah, it's usually Chester. That's why.
It's usually Chester.
If
It's-
anyone's
it's-
hearing a slurping sound,
Don't mind me. Don't ask any questions.
Oh God, Kima, I do apologize. I do.
I've heard worse.
Oh, I know,
God.
but you know.
But have you heard this?
Stop it! Stop it! Stop it!
That's gross.
Just put the ASMR on the tagline, and that'll get us like 1 million views in like 10 minutes.
Oh, isn't that
Yeah.
crazy
there you
though?
go.
How many views ASMR is getting? And it's stuff like someone eating Fritos
It's
and just a
absurd.
crunching noise, and you're like, why? Like I get like
Well,
brain
it's like
falling
if
'cause
you
Why
you
look
don't
at
I
the
do
stuff
this
that
all the
has the
time?
biggest views, it's all the weirdest things.
Mhm.
Yeah,
Or-
that
or anything
ASMR is
from
quite
India.
weird. Yeah.
Like there's this primordial dwarf from India, and he's like the biggest thing in the history of YouTube, and it's just these weird comedy skits. But it's like, he's in a hugely populated country.
Mhm.
So of course, I mean, it's just like, oh, he's a local guy. 10 zillion views. But
Well,
they're
good for him then, dude. Awesome for
Watch
him.
this video.
Yeah.
This
Yeah,
video
he
is gonna
found
be
the hack.
he might be dead, but I mean, it's pretty awesome.
Might
he-
be
he's-
I mean, who
dead.
doesn't like
That's
dwarves?
not nice. That's not nice. Not
I'm
at
sure he's
all.
dead on the inside.
Pixel Trader is in here, and he is very upset with you. He's like, you people are wrong and evil, and he disavows everybody.
Because I smoke cigarettes?
It's the guy who invited me on the show.
Yeah. Well, this is Pixel Show after all. Jiminy Cricket says Cockney women sound like STDs and rickets.
Yeah.
I 100% agree, Mr. Cricket. I agree.
So I don't know what it was. I know it was a movie, but I don't know if it was like a mini series or something. But it was like a thing on Jack the Ripper, and I remember because it's like the stereotypical depiction of Jack walking through the streets, and then there's like this pretty like cognate girl, and he walks up to her and like he's like rubbing her face, and then she just like lifts her dress up and just goes, "Split me off for a pet, governor."
Oh, Jesus.
I just lost.
Yeah, Model 3 has
you
some
see this beautiful woman
okay.
with her great tracts of land, and the next thing, and like this pretty dress, and the next thing you know, can't split me off for the pets, governor.
Model 3 says something that I think is very important and classy. He says, the sound of this show losing viewers is soothing. Thank you, Model. Pixel says, Chester is biased and a dirty, dirty liar. Yeah, okay.
That's true.
I'll just have to take it. Yeah. We might start needing a 7-second delay. I don't know.
How about that, Rob? Is there going to be a Jack?
Oh yeah.
Yeah. Now keep in mind that he's tired. It's almost sun coming up in his area, so we do appreciate you coming on. And we have come to the end of the show, guys. So I hope you're done because here we go. 5,
something real quick.
4, 3, 2, 1. Put the pencils down. Put the erasers down. Stylus. Everything else is down. We are done for sure. Stop writing. All right. Okay. But thank you guys very much for coming on. Thank you, Rob. It's been awesome. Now, you guys know the format. We're going to sit up and show you this art here and let you see it very clearly. Then Booster's going to drop that straw poll, and you are going to vote. And while you are voting, we're going to go take a look over at Twitter. We're going to take a look at the draw along. And once again, if you haven't put that up, please go to hashtag DNQFE, and we will take a look at that. All right, so here we go. Now, Rob, what we usually do is I'm going to show each piece of art, and then you just kind of give a critique, or not a critique. What do you think about it, type of thing. We're not asking you to pick anybody, but just what do you think of the art? So we're going to start with Zach. So thank you very much, Zach. Beautiful piece as usual, dude. And rest in peace, Booster Kiwi.
No.
Wow.
So, Rob, what do you think about it? Give us some dialogue.
Why am I killed off in this?
Go ahead,
Zach's. I love it, actually. I love it. I love Peg, and it's got more of a creepy element than usual, than what the property is about. But I think it works totally, and it's. I love the mood.
Yeah. Well, Zach does creepy well, so.
Yeah.
Incredible.
Yeah,
Wasn't it his very first appearance? He managed to make Grimace and Mayor McCheese creepy.
It was awesome, dude. That was an awesome piece. Yeah. Well, that's cool.
That's when I knew we found someone special.
Yeah. That's right. That's right. And of course, Zach has been part of a lot of stuff with us, although he spends most of his time with Mike Miller now because he loves him more than us. But it's all right.
What is it? Is Mike Miller just prettier than us? What is it, Zach?
He got long hair. He's kind of.
Well, I mean, he is very feminine, so.
Oh, I didn't say I love you, Mike. I didn't say that. That wasn't me.
Mike.
Yeah. All right. So that's what Zach has to offer, guys. If you guys like what he's doing, definitely vote for him in the straw poll, please. We have a new face here with Sheldon, and Sheldon says, "You gotta want it." Now, there you go. Very nice, Sheldon. So what do you think, Rob? What do you think about this offer?
Push it to the limit.
I think it's great because it captures the spirit of. Like I said, of Coach Frank and Rob. And, Coach Frank is basically that Full Metal Jacket drill sergeant. I forget his name now.
I was thinking Sergeant Slaughter.
Yeah, well, yeah.
You maggot.
Yeah, those guys that never, they're always on your case.
Harley Emery.
God's special creatures.
Yeah, I think it's a great piece, though, dude. So good on you. And if you guys like what Sheldon has done, please vote for him in the straw poll. All right. So moving down over here to Kima, which has a very finished piece here. And thank you, Kima, for joining us. We hope you come back. I hope we haven't pushed you away with the Booster
I
and
would
his
love to come
horrible.
back.
Oh, awesome. Thank you very much.
Mhm.
And just for me, remember, I'm the good one. Booster is the ugly, horrible, oily one. Just remember that. Rob, what do you
I
think,
am nothing
brother?
but lovely.
I think it looks great. I almost want to see it. I really want to see it colored, actually, because
Oh,
it's
yeah.
basically a finished piece. It's basically a finished piece.
It
and
is.
I like how expressive Eddie looks.
Yeah, it's beautiful. Really, really nice piece. Good showing on your first time here, Kima, and you are most certainly welcome back. You are part of the Discord now, so just keep in touch with the conversation and jump on board. So thank
Totally.
you. And of course, we have Ink Spots, who is showing our protagonist here with a brain in his mouth, but that's not his original piece. Where's the original piece?
I didn't like it.
You didn't like it.
You didn't like it. So this is now the original piece.
I don't like this one either.
You don't like
vote
this
for
one
me.
either.
No, this looks great. This looks fantastic.
Well,
This
it
one
does
looks
look like a
fantastic.
testicle in his mouth.
No,
Just had to go there.
Go ahead, Rob.
It's
Go ahead.
sad.
Ignore these people and speak over them. Go ahead.
No, this one looks fantastic. The other one did too. Although you had like sort of like a 5 o'clock shade going on with like a sort of like a beard, and you know, these are kids. These are kids in high school. But I loved your take on Sanchez, and I love your take on Rob as well.
Yeah, I think it's
And
cool.
it's funny.
Yeah.
And it's funny when you see something like this. This is almost like it's like a tattoo, almost. You know, it's the kind of stuff.
That's a fair point. Yeah.
Right. It's like a very striking image.
I think it's missing one thing, though. It is missing one thing. It needs to have a fly zooming around.
Right.
I forgot the fly.
You forgot the fly.
Biff
All right.
knocked him on the head with his cane.
Right. But this is, of course, awesome. Inkspots is a great artist. We're always happy to have him on here. And if you guys like what he's doing, vote for him in the straw poll, please. Coming down over here to Zale, and Zale has done The Witch, and I'll see you after class. She's very suggestive and super sexy. So, Rob, what are you thinking about this, man?
I like it. I like the take on the sexy take on Professor Take. Who'd have thought it that would be the last thing on my mind? But I'm glad some degenerate out there, you know, managed to put it on paper.
There you go. This degenerate's name is Zale, by the way, just so you know.
Yeah, no, I know. I'm joking.
I've spelled that on the poll as Zhale.
That's right. Zale.
Yeah, that's right.
Yeah.
I'm just curious to know what. So that's a worm crawling up the desk, and what's on the little presentation board?
Science
do you
stuff.
really do you really want to know? It's an algorithm. It's an algorithm you use to prove the Earth is round.
Oh, there you go. The world is
Let's
not
just
flat.
say science stuff.
It is round.
I thought it was a semen penetrating an egg.
Oh, right. There we go.
Oh,
Zygote love from Inkspots. But if you guys like what Zale has done, definitely vote for him over in the straw poll. That's a very cool looking witch. Moving over here to our very, very favorite Eric Hawkins, who we love very much with all our hearts. And he's got a really cool piece. So, Rob, what do you think of what Eric has done here?
I love it. I already said I complimented his decision to do those fans on Eddie, and I also like the jacket that he put on, Rob, that typical high school jacket.
Letterman, yeah.
And I think it's very. I can see this as a cover, you know.
Boy's got some swagger.
Yeah, he does.
It's very dynamic. There's a very dynamic sort of.
It's like Teen Wolf, man.
A little bit. Yeah. Cool. Well, definitely, guys, vote for Eric if this is what you're digging out of today. I think it looks great. So thank you very much, Eric. And moving over to our last artist of the day, but certainly not least, we have El Rodimus Flash, who I know has done at least 4 pieces. So which one are we going to be presenting for the folks here today, El Rodimus?
Well, we have the ethnic unfinished man.
The
Mer
ethnic
team.
ethnic one. Okay.
We have our blue lady with the is that asparagus? What is that fruit or vegetable for a head?
Asparagus, I guess, or artichoke.
Radish?
Artichoke.
Artichoke. Yeah. Artichoke hearts.
Ah.
Okay.
We've got our ode to
George and Barbara.
Rebel Without a Clue. Yeah, that's George Romero, and then they're coming to get you, Barbara. Deep cuts.
Deep cuts. And the
Yeah,
first
that's what
one?
got me in the home.
Oh, and
my
Kong.
favorite.
Oh, that is awesome.
That is sweet.
That's
Yeah.
Gorilla.
That is nice. That is
That's
nice.
the one right there.
Yeah.
Dang, that's nice.
Very
Yeah.
good one, and I love
That's
the
cool.
touch.
Really cool.
Dude, I'm having
love-
flashbacks to my drill sergeant right now.
Yeah, no, that's beautiful.
The ties and the bananas. That's a really nice touch.
I don't know why. I feel like he wants to ask me for pictures of Spider-Man.
What would be a more frightening drill sergeant though? Like Don Knotts or Sergeant Slaughter?
Oh, Don Knotts would be terrifying. What are you talking about?
Right? With those
That would be
eyes
horrible.
and the
Yes,
hair?
dude.
Oh
That'd
my
be
God.
awful. Of course,
He would
half
be
of our audience does
he
not
should have
know
been
who
in Full
Don
Metal
Knotts is.
Jacket.
That's right. Yeah, I agree.
Oh, they can YouTube that.
They can YouTube that. That's true. So Rob, you got any comments on this?
I love it. I love every single one. I'm torn between. Can I pick a favorite between of these four?
If you want, yeah, sure.
Mm-hmm.
I'm torn between Kong and Harry, actually.
So pick one.
So yeah, I'll pick Kong.
Yeah, I think Kong's is the best. It looks really awesome. The banana tie just sells it. Just sells it. All right, guys, if you like what Rodimus has done, please go over to the straw poll and vote for him. And of course, it is time. Booster is going to be dropping that straw poll right now.
Right now.
Right now.
Erodimus,
Right now?
should,
You want
put
it?
Put a
You want it
cigar in
right
his
now?
mouth.
God damn it.
Right now, right now.
I swear to God.
Right now! It's being dropped! It's
There
going!
It is. It's
Everyone
going in.
vote!
There it is. There it is. That's what we want to see. All right, guys. So definitely click on that and get over there and make a vote, please. Do keep in mind that it doesn't cost you anything to do the voting. You don't have to download anything. Just click on it, vote, and come on back in. It's easy. We do appreciate it. Pixel says,
Chester,
Chester.
I'd like to complain.
Yeah,
Did
one
somebody
second.
say free?
I'm being yelled at by Pixel right now, so let me get one at a time. Get in line. Pixel says, Chester, you could say it ties the piece together. God damn it. All right, go ahead, Eric. What do you want to say?
No.
Booster is getting very lazy with a poll. There's no fancy names, nothing.
Oh,
I'm not gonna lie.
Oh.
I kind of just wanted to play Pokemon.
He told on you, dude. He told on
yeah,
you
right?
to the teacher
Freaking
even.
knock.
To the teacher even. Oh no. Yeah. What in the hell are you doing, El Rodimus? Stop it with the. That's not right. That's not right. There's something horrible happening to this Kiwi.
Damn,
This is
It's a
very
callback.
mood.
It's a callback. It is a
It is a
callback.
classic.
Pick up that fluff.
Oh no! Oh no!
You're not a kiwi, are you?
That Kiwi is terrified. Well, his name is Booster Kiwi, just
Look
so
at
you
that
know.
pecker.
Yeah.
Well,
Oh
mood.
no, it's not right. It's wrong. All right, guys. Well, thank you very much. That straw poll is up there, and of course, it is time for us to go look at that draw along. We hope you've drawn along with us, and if you haven't gone over yet, it is hashtag DNQFE. But we're going to see what's in there, and we're going to have some fun with it because it's always open. Now, Rob, do us a favor and pay very close attention because one of these you're going to have to pick as the winner. Okay?
All right, great.
Take it away, Booster. This is your time to shine, brother.
It's me. It's my big time of the show. So
Yeah.
this is the Drawn and Quartered Fan Edition poll. Yeah, no, not poll even. The draw along. That's what I meant to say. We're starting with Daniel King at Art, and he starts off with a little Cyclops doodle here.
Sweet.
He's a very expressive little fella, and a sexy lady,
Vampire lady.
sexy vampire lady.
What's her name, by
You
the
know.
way?
I like that pose, Eliza.
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 Ooh, Eliza. That's a good name. Very nice. They go. Who's that name again? Go back. Who was that again?
A Daniel King.
Daniel King. Well, thank you very much, Daniel. Great stuff. Okay, you can go on now.
All right, we have a Adrian's one here with a bad photo day of Rob.
Bad hair photo day. Yeah.
Alfalfa.
Here he's got a.
It's against the rules to use my freshman picture.
That's true. That's true. Yeah.
That's that's brutal.
Bad hair day.
I love it
Oh,
though.
wow.
He got a
It
little
is nice.
mustache and everything.
I recognize that.
That's
neck.
fantastic.
Yeah. Well, thank you very much,
Okay,
Adrian.
well, I want to save all these. Can I save all of these or no?
Well, you can go to hashtag DNQFE and you can find them. Yeah, absolutely.
If you like, I'll send them all to you later.
Yeah.
I have the technology.
He does.
Junkyard Done DNQ right here with a very muscular, boisterous man here.
Now, who is this supposed to be?
I'm not sure who this character is, but he looks awesome.
The Frank, I think it's Frank.
Quivering.
Coach Frank.
Sweet.
It's Coach Frank.
Yeah, sweet.
Oh.
Uh-oh.
You're all in trouble now. Hal Comics.
Oh,
Check this out.
no. Alan.
That looks great.
Alan.
Yeah, that's some stuff right there.
It's just a thriller.
That looks
He.
fantastic, huh?
Yeah, it is awesome, man.
Very action packed.
Yeah.
God, he's so good.
Alan always kills it, though, dude. But that is
Always,
badass, dude. Yeah. Uh-oh.
And
Uh-oh.
Turtle Rabbit Fox.
Oh,
Look
sweet.
Look at the leg.
is running off with Rob's leg.
Right. Wolfabunga.
Wolfabunga.
We love Turtle Rabbit Fox style here. It's really cool.
Love it.
Sweet. Yeah. Very nice. Very nice.
One Doomed Rabbit is all.
Ooh.
Oh my god!
Wow, dude.
Look at that.
That
Look,
is
will you look at
badass.
that?
Look at that. One
Would you
Doomed
just look
Rabbit.
at
Would you look at that?
That
Would
is
you
so
look at
sweet.
that?
Would you look at
That is the face that comes with the caption, "Prepare thy anus."
Ugh.
Oh, is that what it is? Really?
That's menacing as hell.
Prepare thy
You're gonna have to be like
Now hold on a second. Who is this? Who is
that's
this now?
cool.
You're jumping ahead.
Look at
Who
that.
is this?
Look at that. That's cool.
This is Tolfa.
Hey,
yeah.
Topher. Yeah, he always does cool stuff. That is
Cool.
badass, dude. Look at that.
Yeah, people are really liking this character. I love the design of this
It
character.
is awesome.
It's
Yeah, so do
very
I. I
light
think
blue.
it's one of the most unique and cool characters Rob has in the book. Actually, it's a very interesting take on a witch, dude. It's very interesting.
Spoopy.
Yeah.
I dig the really messed up teeth and the almost like fangs though, but not quite to that point. Which a lot of people like. Witches are always like sexy bad girls, and it's like no. Give them a messed
Have
up
you got something
teeth,
you want to
like-
share with us? You got
Yeah,
something for this witch chick? What's going on, man? What's going on over there, bro?
He watched too much Charmed. That's why. That's what it is. Yeah. Oh, stop it! Stop it!
Yeah.
All right.
And a Just Jacket going to the prom.
Hey,
Rob here.
DNQFE, awesome, dude. That is great. Look at that. That's fun, dude.
Really cool.
Yeah. Very nice.
Well, these all look
Homecoming King.
These are all draw along fans. Yeah.
And yeah, that's everything.
All right, sweet. So, some really good stuff today, guys. We love you drawing along. It's a lot of fun. And of course, we're going to let our guest, Rob, here, he's going to choose one of them as the best. So,
you have to break someone's heart.
You do. You have to break everybody's heart. So, who's your favorite? What's your favorite?
I really hate doing it, because
that's why we love putting people on the spot.
Yep.
Yeah, let me take a very close look at it, but I think I'm gonna go with. Could you go? I'm gonna go with Alonso.
Oh yes.
You mean Alan?
That's always a good pick.
Yeah, Alan's always a good pick. Yeah.
Always a safe bet.
It is killer. Of course, I love Alan stuff, but I actually think, and of course, you are the winner today, Alan, from our guest choosing you. But I think I would have went with Tolfer, dude. He's the one that did that great witch, right?
Yep.
No, the witch looks fantastic. I mean, this. Listen, if I had to go with the capturing the spirit of Tales from the Classroom, I would have gone with one of the two witches because they both look fantastic.
Yeah, no, Alan's amazing anyway. Yeah.
But in terms of
both these
draftsmanship,
witches. One
yeah,
Doomed
this one
Rabbit
looks
here.
like great.
And then I love this really scratchy style for
it's
the witch
beautiful.
here.
I love this one. This
It's very
one's
cool.
badass.
It's like the Matt
listen, can I look at that other
Very
one again?
foreboding style.
It almost looks like a scarecrow to be real with you.
Yeah.
Like it's borderline in that scarecrow-esque
I think
vibe.
this looks too
That
good.
one is awesome.
I'm sorry, man. I'm sorry. I'm gonna have to. Can I take it back from
Retract.
You can retract your vote.
Of course you can. Yeah.
I'm gonna retract my vote. This looks way too good. I'm sorry.
So one doomed rabbit. Sorry, Alan. I do apologize. It's
He's
Booster's
an
fault.
Indian gift giver with his vote.
He is.
You were in there for a minute.
But anyway, guys, of
Alan's
course,
gonna hate me Alan's gonna hate me forever.
Forever. He'll never speak to you
He'll
again.
get over it, I'm sure.
But
Or
thank you guys very much for.
suicide later.
Oh no, none of that. None of that.
No.
But we thank
Just
you guys very
about.
much for doing the draw along. We love seeing what you guys do. It's so awesome. But it is time for me to go over and check out the straw poll and vote myself. And of course, you guys know that Jiminy Cricket's not in here today, so that means I will be voting for someone else. So all right, let me come on over.
Don't vote for me, Chester.
I
Don't vote for
might.
me.
I might.
No, I
no.
added to the piece. I'm disqualified. So don't vote for me.
It's okay. I wasn't going to vote for you anyway. It's okay.
Hey, I'm just happy to be here.
Yeah. Now I know who I'm voting for. I could vote for Ink Spots and just try to irk Mike. That would be funny. But no, I'm going to choose the one I like the best. It's kind of tough though. Some really good stuff in here as usual. And I do have to say, Booster, you absolutely dropped the ball, dude.
What?
It's not funny at all. It's supposed to be funny.
It's just shameful.
You suck.
Oh,
Shameful.
you're supposed to be funny.
Yeah. I do try my best. But I've made my vote.
You see, I don't even have to try. Boom.
Oh, God. All right, so we got ourselves 33 people in here watching, and there are 24 people on that vote. I'm going to wait till it gets to 30, and I'm going to call it. But it looks like we do have a clear winner, kind of clear. It could change, but at least
Clear-ish.
everybody got a
I don't know.
vote. That's awesome. And do keep in mind that all of you artists in here, you can vote in the straw poll, and you can even vote for yourself if you'd like.
I mean, I'd probably have to vote for myself just to get one vote for my piece.
I know everyone's already has a vote, so.
Oh. All right, so whoever voted for me, what's wrong with you?
Hey, you got a fan, man.
Someone likes to do dirty dirty.
All right, we got 4 more
It's not a
votes before I'm
creepy
going to call
fan
it.
girl. I hope it's a creepy fan boy.
Oh, that would be Booster then. Maybe Booster's the one who voted for you. There you go.
Oh,
Tee-hee.
my.
Tee-hee.
What? That deserves much wamood.
Oh, no. But right, we got 26 votes in here. Waiting 4 more votes, guys, and I'm going to call it. So if you haven't voted yet, get in here and vote, please, so we can have a full 30 on our votes. But once again, I do appreciate everybody coming in and being part of Drawn and Quartered Ultimate Edition. We're having a lot of fun with it. Hope you guys are too. Next week, we're going to do something. We're not going to have a guest. We're going to do something a little more like we used to in the old days. So that should be fun. But thank you for joining us. And, of course, thank you to all the artists as well. And it's particularly our guest today, Rob Muerto, and his beautiful-looking book, Tales from the Classroom. All right, guys. There we go. We got 27. I'm still waiting. Oh, it's getting close to the top. It's getting close.
I think that's everyone. I think everyone who could absolutely vote has now voted.
Yeah, I usually get 120% of our votes, so I'm gonna wait. I'm gonna wait. Yeah. But
Not today.
now we got 28. Oh, it's getting close. And it's really tight at the top. Erotimus, you could possibly win. No comment.
I mean, if people aren't racist, I might win. Yeah.
Oh, there it
you
is.
don't want to be racist. for
Are you
goodness
black
sake.
in your pants?
Oh,
Erotimus?
hold on a second, Ink.
Oh,
Brown in
No,
my
I thought,
pants.
no, I just thought he was
Brown in my
part
pants.
black. I was just, I
Well,
was
brown in my
flattering him.
pants, but yellow when I'm scared.
Oh, there you go. We got.
But they make
such
these cool
hard-
things called Depends, and it's great.
Oh no.
Welcome
I
to the
recommend.
Drawn and Quartering podcast.
Like
where
the
we
astronaut.
stand around
Uh-huh.
fap and be fabulous.
Oh my God. We got 28 votes. We're still waiting for 2 guys. Come on, 2 more. And it's.
I think we're done, mate.
Yeah, we might be. All right, I guess I'll call it.
He just says we've rounded up numbers. What's the deal, Jesse?
Yes, I am. I am pedantic. You have a problem with that?
Yes, many.
God, all right, fine.
One, he doesn't know what that means.
That's true.
Have you two? Serious question.
I know what a Pesantic is.
Serious question though. Have you two been married long?
Not long, not long. We're still going through that honeymoon phase, you know. But
They do have a
yeah.
cat.
Yeah, we do have. We have. Excuse
Yeah,
me.
its name's
We
Ink
have.
Spots.
We have 1.5 cats. Thank you very much.
Uh,
But
Those
29.
grinding relationships never last.
Right.
His name is Ink
Uh-oh.
Spots, and he only occasionally
Oh
shits on the
no,
rug.
we have a
His name's Ink
problem.
Spots. He's a
Oh.
big fat pussy.
Oh
Oh.
my!
Are we talking about Garfield?
Harder,
Is that next
Daddy.
week, Garfield?
And boom. All right, I'm calling it right there.
Oh,
We've hit
there it
30.
is.
Here we are,
There it-
guys. Thank you very
did
much.
it.
And boy, it was tight up top, man. But it's done. The voting is done.
That's what she
And
said.
30
Oh, I get
votes.
tight down low.
So we got to go.
It was
So
tight
here you go,
up.
guys. I'm going to go through the list here
I am
from
tight.
the bottom to the top. And of course, we have a couple new faces in here as well, which is always awesome. And hopefully they'll come back. We do have Zale, the gatekeeper. He's the only one who gets a name today because Booster sucks. But you are our
That's his whole
first.
thing.
Yeah, right. It's true. You are our first runner-up, sir, with 1 vote, and it sounds like you didn't vote for yourself. So we do have a fan. So claps for Zale. Claps for Zale.
Yeah, buddy.
Very nice. All right. And then coming up after that, we have with 2 votes, we have another new face here. We have Sheldon Martin with a great piece, though.
Oh,
Very nice
yeah.
piece. So congratulations, Sheldon, and thank you for joining us. Claps, claps. Claps, claps, claps. And then for 4th place, of course, the first runner-up spot, we have a tie. We have Eric Hawkins and Ink Spots, and I'll just disqualify Ink Spots and just give it to Eric. So everybody, clap for Eric.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Eric.
clap for Eric. Yay,
I would
Eric.
like to thank the one
Eric.
person that voted for me because the
You're
other
the
2
winner in
votes
my
were for
heart,
me.
Spot.
Right.
Oh, you voted for yourself twice?
Of course I did.
Disqualified.
There you go. All right. And of course, coming up to the medal position, we have in 3rd place with a bronze medal, 4 votes, Zachary Bradley. Very nice, sir. Claps for you, sir. Claps for you, sir. Very, very nice.
I resurrected the
Yay. And then at the top, it was real close. It was actually tied there for a little while. We have in 2nd place with the silver medal, 8 votes, El Rodimus Flash. I do apologize once again. You didn't win. But I love you, dude. I love you. Claps for El Rodimus. Claps.
No
Very
homo.
nice.
And I love you even more.
Right. And then a bit of a shock here. Our winner is actually one of the new faces, and she deserves it, man, because she absolutely knocked it out of the park. 9 votes, gold medal, 1st place, Keenma. Awesome, awesome, awesome. Claps, claps,
That girl,
claps.
nice job.
Very, very nice.
job.
So now, Keenma, what you're going to have to do is you're going to have to hit me up on Twitter. Now, that Twitter link is just down below here, below the YouTube channel, right? And hit me up on Twitter. Send me a copy of this piece that you did today so I can get it over to Edwin so we can get you on the Pro Edition. Now, Edwin is going to contact you, and he's going to set you up for being on the show next week with Mike and them.
Wednesday at 9:58.
That's right. Well, they're never on time. They're never on time. But nevertheless, Edwin will take care of that. But you need to get that picture over to me first, okay? So do that as quick as possible. And thank you very much for coming in, and congratulations to you. Beautiful piece. All right.
Yeah, it was fun. It wasn't my style, so it was a lot of fun to draw and try.
So basically, what she's saying is, in her style, she kicked your ass. Yeah.
Yeah, totally. I totally kicked your ass.
There you go, guys. You've been
There you
put
go.
down. Awesome.
It felt good. It felt good.
Did it? That's there you go.
Oh,
I
wow.
think it's beautiful.
If that's
and,
what you're into. Huh?
Right. And we've had a lot of great pieces here today. I really appreciate it. Now, you guys know that I always end the show by letting everyone tell you where they can be found. So let's get right into that. And let's start with our very own Booster. Booster, where can they find you? And really, should they?
You absolutely should find me. You should find me on my Twitter because I only have like 311 followers, and that's less than Chester, and that pisses me off. And I put up more entertaining stuff than Chester. He barely even uses Twitter. He doesn't even respond to people.
That's
I
true.
do.
That's true.
You should follow me
Yeah.
at Booster Kiwi on
I
Twitter.
got like 600 people on Twitter, and I don't
What?
even know what it is. Yeah,
That's
I
like
know.
double me. What the hell is that?
What happens when you buy followers?
No,
Yeah,
actually, no.
shit.
I hardly even know where Twitter is. But you guys should definitely hit up my Twitter and contact me, and I will get back to you very quickly.
It never does.
I do.
I
I
don't
won't.
even
I
think
do.
he
What are you
checks his
talking about?
messages.
I do
It's
check
usually
my
within a
messages
year.
once a week. All right, fine. Yeah, Booster Kiwi, where all Kiwis are found. Sweet. Elrodimus, tell them where you can find you, dude.
Elrod.elrod on Instagram, Elrod Deluxe, or Elrodimus Flash on Twitter.
Mhm.
That's it. Because unless you want my PayPal, then you can contact me directly.
Oh, there you go, guys.
Oh.
All right, sweet. And keep in mind, I'm pretty sure all these guys are available for commission or other work. If you're interested, definitely check them out, guys.
Yeah, I am. Yeah.
Yeah, not you. Definitely not you.
I am
Thank you,
available.
Rodimus. Moving on, we have Eric Hawkins with us, dude. Tell him what you got, man.
Hey, I'm actually not going to promote myself. I'm going to promote Macho Dan here on Twitter.
Hey.
He's having a contest. He's in comics, and all you got to do is go donate to an angel tree or Toys for Tots or any other charity. Take a picture of you donating. It doesn't have to be your face, and tweet it at him, and you can win all these comics down below, and 3 of them are actually for me. The Zombieful World of Oz, The Ghostly Tales of Spencer Spook, which I did last year, and there's another one that I don't have a picture of, but I mean, there's stuff from Mark Bolton, myself, Brian, Chris, I can't pronounce that. Even Clint is on there.
Sweet.
What? Oh,
Clint.
Sorry, I thought you did something else.
Clint.
I thought you said the forbidden word.
No, shut up. Shut up.
What is that word? Ink? What was that?
No, shut up.
Move on.
No,
Yeah.
no, he's just wanting to get some toys out to some kids, and he thought this would be a good way to do it. So I donated 3 comics to him, and a lot of other people donated comics to him.
Oh, that's very cool. Well, thank you very, very much for that. And do me a favor and tell Macho Dan to get back over here and say hello to me. It's been forever.
I will.
Yeah. I love that guy. He's awesome. All right, guys. So definitely check that out. And thank you, Eric. Coming over here to Zale. Zale, tell them where they can find you, brother.
Yeah, you can find me on Instagram, which is where most of my artwork is posted. It's a Zale New Song. So Zale, ZHALE _NU_SONG. You can also find me for my real life account on coindrop.com. There I use my real name, which is Parker. And you can see the articles I wrote, also some of the video game art I've done with a bit more time behind it. And if you guys want commissions, I do everything except for 18 plus nudity stuff.
Mm-hmm.
But I will do gore, I will do Hellraiser stuff. I just don't do TNA.
Well, there
No
you
nips.
go. There you
No
go.
nips, yeah, no nips.
No nips. Now moving over to a person who I know exactly where you can find him, Pornhub under erect hardcore gay porn, Ink Spots.
Oh, thanks for promoting me.
Oh, you're welcome.
That's great. You can find me. First off, I am going to be the colorist on Cash Grab for Cecil.
Sweet. Claps for Cecil.
His book's going to be coming out in January or February. And there's all of our information. Follow him at Dick and Comics for more info on the comics. And you can follow me at My Evil Robot.
There you go.
Donald DeLay is the artist on it. You can follow him there.
Jesus.
Speaking of
Jesus.
I actually
Next.
do go.
Jesus.
do go to-
Horrible human.
I
Horrible.
actually do spend a lot of time at Dick and Comics. They have some really good articles over there.
That sounds suspicious. And of course, guys, we're also joined here by our winner and first time in here, but winner anyway. We have Keenma. So Keenma, tell them where they can find you.
Right now, I don't currently have like a social website, but you can view what I do as work on morethanjustart.ca. But I will probably get Instagram started up really soon. So.
You should. You should definitely do that, and even a Twitter so people can DM you. You should get those things together. You're a really good artist, and I think people are going to be interested in checking you out.
I regret it every day.
Well, as an email, it's kind of like a quick shorthand
Yeah.
email, right? Yeah.
I might make another Twitter account if I keep doing this, just like bypass the ban and be like, yeah, this is just for.
Oh, there you go. Bypass the ban. There's a story there. Of course, here's a question. I got a question. Hold on a second.
Sure.
Ink Spots. No, not you. Ink Spots. How many times have you been banned on the internet?
Not ever once.
Really? How?
Why?
He's the gay.
I don't know.
Oh, I
Get
see.
away with,
Oh, that
nobody
explains
freaking
everything.
listens to me. That's why. No one's listening to me.
That's true.
Nobody
No one
gives a
listens to me either.
shit.
Just join it.
me.
But
No one
thank you very much,
listens.
Keenma, and make sure you hit the Twitter up and give me that image so I can give it to Edwin. Okay. Thank you very much. Moving over here, we have Sheldon Martin. Tell them where they can find you, brother.
You can find me on Sheldon Martin's art on Facebook, and Instagram is S_MAR31. Those are the main ones that I use. I got a Twitter also, but I don't really use that very often. And yeah, those are it.
All right. Sweet. Thank you very much for joining us, man. And then,
Thank
of course,
you.
last but certainly not least, Zachary, give him some love, brother.
Yeah, I'm Zach, and you can find me on Twitter at Zach_DV. That's pretty much the only place I'm hanging out. I'm currently working on my project Roller Goma that hit a hard snag, but has been roughed out, and I might be bringing on some new talent, which is extremely exciting.
Oh, cool, dude. That is nice to hear. And I do love that the ghost of the Kiwi past has joined your piece of art. It's very nice. Yeah, very nice. Yeah. All right, guys.
Dripping everywhere, but that's ectoplasm.
It is ectoplasm. You are correct,
Yeah.
sir. And of course, thank you to all the artists. But we're going to end the show up, of course, with our guest, Mr. Muerto. Please close the show out for me, man.
Words of wisdom.
You can find me on Twitter at real Rob Muerto, and on Instagram at Rob_Muerto. That's it.
Sweet.
And thank you so much for having me here. It was a real pleasure. Lots of great art. I'm sorry I'm a bit out of it, but it is 5:45 a.m.
Oh, jeez.
Yeah, dude. Yeah, you need to get some sleep, sir. But we do appreciate you being in here, and it's a great looking project. It really is. And once again, guys.
Congratulations on funding.
Yeah, absolutely. Congratulations. And guys, go check it out. Like I said, even if you don't back it, even at the digital level, which is pretty cheap, at least, share it out and let people know. Okay. But thank you, Rob. Thank you to everybody else. And I'm going to play an outro now. So that means everyone needs to be quiet. Okay. Namaste.
Silence from you.
Silence.
No, Stein didn't kill himself.
Yeah, right. Later, guys.